This is your show. This is Raider Nation Voices, where the phone lines are open and the takes are hotter than Allegiant on game day. Hosted by 401 Raider Jeff and JD Raiders First Downs. We're taking your calls, your opinions, and your passion for the silver and black. Got something to say? Call in Raider Nation Voices, where the fans run the show.
Well, here we are again on a Saturday night. Raider Nation Voices, episode 2. Along with myself, 401 Raider Jeff, and my guy next to me, Mr. JD, Raiders First Downs. Jason, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Skipper, how are you?
Good. I had a nice afternoon nap this afternoon. Slept for about 3 hours. So I'm wide awake right now. For now.
Yeah. Yep, I did Show Me Your Shield earlier with my co-host Duncan Donuts or Donuts Duncan, and the guests we had on. Really good guests, super knowledgeable. Really enjoyed that show. We had fun.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched pretty much the whole thing. It was a good show. Is that something you guys are going to do every Saturday, or?
Well, we had to. So Chris is on a limited schedule, so we had to program it for this Saturday. I would like to stick with Tuesday, but man, it's that early Saturday slot wasn't bad.
No, it's just going to be a busy Saturday for you going forward. That's all. I'm sure you can handle it. But speaking of Duncan, just remember this guy.
Pull back.
Yeah,
pull back.
There it is.
There
this guy runs on Duncan.
All right. Yeah, we know.
Well, that's a good one too. So. Yeah, I watched that show. That was pretty good. It was different. Had a weird take for his moving back into the upper first round and going after Bain from Miami. That first I heard of that one, kind of sitting here listening to it, I'm like, what? And I had to kind of think it in my head as he's saying it. I'm like I've never heard that before.
You know what I like? You know what I liked about it though is it was aggressive.
It is. Well, it would have to be in order to do that first.
Yeah. If you're gonna go big or go home, right?
Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree. I'm not disagreeing with what he said, but it's like, dude, that's gonna take some serious, work to try and figure that one out. But it was funny. I was like, damn, they're different. It's definitely different.
A trade like that is all predicated on what we do in free agency before we go to the draft.
Exactly. Let's see what we got with us tonight. We got Sacktown Mike is in the house.
What's up, Sacktown?
We have Next Effect. What's up? Welcome in.
That'll be Chris R. that we're talking about.
Oh, that's Chris? Okay. What's up, Chris? Daniel Berry's in the house. Brother Yaya's in the house. Michael Guerrero, what's going on?
Yeah, hot take Guerrero.
Yep. Lucas Grimm, welcome in.
What's happening, Lucas?
AG Real 8, what's up, man? Jason Downs for strength and conditioning coach fired.
I'm there, bro.
Rest in peace, Rondell Moore.
Not quite sure who that is right off the top of my head.
Yeah, if you're new to the show, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe for both channels. We're both streaming to our channels. Yeah, hit the notifications too, because I didn't even know Jason was going on today. I thought it was set for Tuesday night, and all of a sudden I get a message on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? What's he doing? All right, so I tuned in. Rorschach's in the house. So what's going on?
What's up, Rorschach? Did you get the prize from Chewy?
Why did he win it?
No, he put in the text. You know where I live. Just send it to me. Like he already won it. So I had to go in there. I went into the comments. I said, if Rorschach wins it, it's fixed. Y'all cheated.
No, it's fixed if Chewy wins it, because that son of a bitch wins everything.
Oh,
He's
you
won
mean Nate?
2 on 805 show alone. It's like, what the
yeah.
fuck? He said,
Yeah,
no, Jason, it's not rigged.
I know. I'm just joking.
Oh, God. And by the way, if you're watching this, that Mike Love, it's not Mike Love, by the way, it's Miklo. If you ever watch Blood In, Blood Out, the movie from like the late 80s, early 90s, the main character, his name is Miklo. That's what that is. It's not Mike Love. That's why when he said Mike Love, I started laughing because I made the same mistake. I didn't realize the profile picture right away, but when you look at the profile picture, it's the actor that plays Miklo in the movie. So, what's up, Tanner Jack? What's going on?
Welcome, Tanner Jack.
All right. So, before we open the phone lines, we do have a couple of voicemails. So, do we want to get into talking about other stuff first, or do we want to just jump right in and open the lines? What do you?
I don't know.
Want?
Well, I just noticed something.
Go for it.
I am not wearing any Raider swag right now, so I have to disappear off screen real quick. And then
that's error number one.
Yeah. Well,
I'll have to talk with HR about that.
Yeah.
Not properly in his proper attire for the show.
Showing up out of uniform. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Be right back.
The fuck, you ought to know about that. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do the voicemails. We'll do the voicemails. We'll see what type of conversation that kicks up, and then we'll open up the phones after that. Let's see. Dennis Duncan thought I'm not Bueno on the phone. Yeah, that's true, right? Actually, a lot of people thought you were Bueno on the phone last night, Rorschach. Pretty much almost everybody in the chat was thinking that you were Bueno. And I will say you sound nothing like him, so just to let you know. All right, so let's go to the voicemails. All right, so that's all right. So there is one from last night after I got off the show. So I'll play this one. Let's see what we got.
My take. This is the T Dizzle calling from the IE in California / Los Angeles. I was told Jeff to call in, and I thought I would get somebody live, but if I don't, I will call back again. I see you guys are doing a pretty good job out there on the East Coast. But a dear friend of mine just gave me a call and told me to call in and check into the 401. And I thought I could chop it up with someone live. My man, Jeff. Again, this is the T Dizzle. I will call on the other end and give my, I'm not a Raiders fan, but my buddy is, Dave. And I'll give my take on that disastrous franchise in Las Vegas. Hope to talk to you guys soon, man. Again, T Dizzle from the IE / Los Angeles.
All right, so that was this gentleman called T Dizzle. All right, he must have called yesterday right after the show ended. So I must have that was a missed phone call. So that was definitely the one. I was already shutting it down when it happened. Let's see, someone else just popped in. Let's see, what should I say? It could be when I said Rorschach's Journal when I finished, started talking. Yeah, probably. What's up, Brandon? What's going on, man? I sent you a message earlier today, Brandon, in Facebook. Make sure you check that out. Get back to me on that. Frank Webb is in the house. John Reid is here. So as of now, 7 teams have made it to the NFL Combine. Raiders were the first. Yes, he sent me that message yesterday. Kubiak was there as of yesterday, actually. Let's see. Happy the online coach signed. Yes, definitely. That was a good.
Yeah, I'm super excited about the offensive line coach. Extreme credibility. Just so you know, I hated that guy when he coached for the Broncos. When he was a special teams coordinator for the Broncos, I couldn't stand him.
Well, I think we all hated him.
Oh, he in particular, because he was just a mouthy fool. You could see him pregame down on the field. He just couldn't keep his mouth shut. He was. It's a different Rick Dennison now, but I'm talking 25 years ago. You know, pregame. You'd be watching pregame John Elway warming up down there, and he's over there just chitter chattering, and it's like, oh my god, that's a coach.
Oh, what's up, Big Luck? No, don't, because I won't be able to play it on air if you do, unfortunately. Sorry. Because that will copyright, trademark, all that crap. They'll kill that. There is another voicemail on here. So let's play this one.
Hey, Jeff, this is Chris Harr from Central Valley, California. I was just on Jay Downs' show right now, and I kind of took you aback with that proposal for trading back up into the top 5 to get Ruben Bain. Just wanted to hear your thoughts about that. I think it'd be a great move. I get it. It's a risky take. We're losing valuable picks, but I think Bain's the guy we got to go after. You take care, man. Bye.
Okay, so that was your guy, Chris. There, that was him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of hope he does call back in while we're on tonight, because I want him to come on and explain, because I'd have to go back and really listen to the whole thing again as to how the whole process was going down, like what his thought process was for it. Let's see, Jared. We're gonna open up the phone lines in a second. I wonder what Kubiak will pick out of Mendoza's mind. Each have 18. Yeah, they only got 18 minutes with each player. So, but
there's going to be 17 and a half minutes of them staring at each other like this.
Are you trying to get me worked up for tonight? I'm gonna say it now and get it over with. Fuck you, Jason.
I got one. It tastes so much better when you say it on stage with me.
I know. When you're in the chat,
it doesn't have the same take. It's not the same.
No,
so much better. It's so much better here.
All right, everybody. Phone lines open. It's 401-830-9189. It is pinned at the top of my chat also. So if anybody's in there, it's there. It's ready. It's on the screen. You can't miss it. It's underneath my name. So there's the phone. And we have
it's like all you guys with the Jerry Lewis telethon. Just dial that number. We'll answer.
Thanks for calling. You're on with Jason and Jeff.
Hello, Jason and Jeff. This is Chris. Ask and ye shall receive.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Hey, nah, not much. First of all, again, I want to throw a shout out to JD for having me on his show tonight. It was awesome.
That was a good job.
So, to go through my idea, you asked about if I can explain it a little bit more. Sure, I'll throw it at you. As I mentioned in the show, I think we're in a rebuild still. You know, we're in that rebuild purgatory. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, if we really want to make an impact in this year's season or upcoming, a bold move could be it. Now, obviously, it is going to come with risk. So when that question was posed to me, I'm thinking, what have other teams done that have gotten them back into contention so fast? And I thought about the Houston Texans that year that they got Stroud and Anderson. So why not make a splash like that? I mean, there are some good defenders in the top 10 this year. My personal favorite has been Bain. I saw him play. Guy's a game wrecker. And if he can do what he did to Fernando Mendoza in the national championship game, I think having someone like that across from Max could really benefit us. Now, obviously, again, we're going to have to give up a lot. It's kind of more of a let's get back into things now kind of method. And it's going to be risky. So that was my whole thought process behind it.
Right. So I'm trying to see what I'm bringing. I get the move. And you're right. It would be risky. It's going to take a lot of finagling. I'm trying to bring up the full trade that went down that season for the Texans.
Ask him where he would target him if he did fall.
Yeah, let me see if I can give you a hand.
Jeff, ask him what.
All right, in the Bulls 2023 NFL draft move, the Houston Texans traded up from number 12 to number 3 to select edge rusher Walt Anderson, parting with the 12th pick, 33rd pick, the 2024 first round, and a 2024 third round pick, while receiving the 3rd pick and a 2023 fourth round pick from the Arizona Cardinals. Obviously, we don't have that extra pick to throw in there, but I mean, if we're going to entice them with a bigger haul, combining this year, next year, and maybe the following year, could happen, but it is going to take it is going to give up a lot of resources. I can understand that. I'm just saying, if there is a defensive player that is like really, really, really worth it, someone that we can, if we want instant, not really instant, but like immediate jump, like immediate impact for the team, I mean, it's an idea. So.
All right, Jason, what was it? All right, so real quick, Chris, just so you're aware, Jason can hear you, but you can't hear him when he talks. I haven't troubleshot that enough yet. That's still an issue.
What was it for you? All right. Turned on the volume on the stream, because I got you on the stream too.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Jason, what was your question again?
At what point would he target that kind of move if Bain was to fall fall back?
I got you on the stream too. Okay. So, Jason, what was
have him kill it. He doesn't need to do that. We could do it this way.
You can kill that in the background because it's creating such an echo. So, Jason, he'll probably hear it before he cuts it off.
Actually, I did it because you were talking. So hold on. Let me put you on mute. I'll redo it.
See, that would take a lot, though. I mean, because Texans had that number 12 overall where they could move around again. We don't have that luxury.
Yeah, we don't have like an 18 or 20 20th pick.
And I guess the one thing I would give a pushback on that is because he's talking about having an immediate impact on the team right now, like win-loss total type of thing. And I don't think that's what the goal is for this year. I don't think they're going to want to part with any extra draft picks, especially what it would take to back up that high.
No. I understand that thing. It's not an answer, but look, imagine if we had the ability to do so, it would be a huge impact. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it would, but yeah, I mean the feasibility of it, I think, just is extremely difficult. Based on the fact that we don't have another first round pick to just kind of play around with to maybe do something like that. The only way we would be able to do something like that is if we traded out of that number 1, but everybody and their brother wants Mendoza.
Yeah, no, and I understand the appeal of trading back. I honestly do. We do have a lot of holes, so
yeah.
But I've discussed it with JD. We really can't pass up on Mendoza because honestly, we're going to be risking it again next year with the quarterbacks coming out next year. So it was just a crazy take. So I mean, it would be awesome, yeah, but it is what it is.
All right. So you heard Jason's question, though, right?
No, still have not. Hold on a sec.
Jason, just repeat it again real quick.
At what point, if Bain was to fall, at what point would you pull the trigger on a trade like that?
Like, how far do you think it would fall before you would do it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it gets out of the top 3, first of all. So you're looking at the Jets or the Cardinals.
No, I think the Jets might go with Reese. The Cardinals might go offensive line. Honestly, I think the sweet spot for Bain would be Tennessee because Saleh loves his defensive ends.
Yeah. Who's 5? The Giants?
That's a good point. I'm going to take it on. I know a lot of people don't like Tankathon, but that's like one of my go-to ones to see the order. Yeah, and they might be going wide receiver. That's according to Tankathon, but I can't trust that. The only other team I could see him going to after that would be Kansas City. I do not want him to go to Kansas City.
Yeah, I'd be almost. You know what? Having his theory in mind, Jeff.
Because
If for some reason we can go up to 8,
Jones, Ruben Bain. It's like pairing Ruben Bain with Max Crosby.
Well, even the teams after, I mean, they're all enticing because think about it. You got the Giants, you got the Browns who may go for a quarterback, may not. The Redskins might go for him. Seattle, the Saints might go for Bain. If he falls as far as 9 to Kansas City, then yeah, I see them scooping him up. And if KC passes on him, then I would be surprised if Baltimore grabs him. I mean, Cincinnati, the Bengals grab him.
Yeah, definitely pair him with Hendrickson of the is it Hendrickson or Hawkinson? Hendrickson, pairing him with them. So, but yeah, no, that was just my crazy take, man. I just wanted to share it, and I'm glad to have a chat with you, bud.
I like thinking outside the box like that, Jeff. I do.
Yeah, it's different. Hey, I appreciate that, though. I appreciate the phone call and everything.
No, like I said, it was fun tonight to be on JD's show. It was fun to be on here. You know, I'm so going to be watching. So, you guys have a blessed night. You all stay safe out there.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, good night.
You're on. Oh, you got an echo.
Oh,
you're on with Jason and Jeff.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jeff. I got a question for you.
What's
Is
up?
a hot dog a sandwich or no? Yes or no? Tell me why.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
That's right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
By definition, it is a sandwich.
Why?
Explain why? Because it's on bread, man. It's like any sandwich.
Tucked between two sides of bread.
Man.
See? Big Luck agrees. And hey, what's up, Gio? Gio says it's a wiener.
What's up, Gio? Welcome back.
Shot with a bullet. I can see the Chiefs taking him. Yeah, I could too. Jeremiah Love.
Nah,
James Furpo's in the house. What's up, brother?
Raiders.
Oh, phone lines are open, pal. Everybody, so feel free to call in. A hot dog is a hot dog. True. But I would consider it a sandwich. And no question is outside of the realm of possibility on this show tonight, just to let everybody know.
Apparently we're already starting to open up other lanes of traffic here.
Yeah, right.
we're discussing hot dogs on a hot take. Well, it's a hot take, I guess, huh?
Yeah, a hot dog for a hot take for a hot dog.
Anyways, for the news on Rondell Moore is Cardinals. He played 22 to 23 for the Cardinals, and
oh, that's right. I remember the name now.
Mm-hmm. And he is currently with the Minnesota Vikings.
Did he was he shot and killed today?
Yeah, he was shot and killed today.
God damn.
Oh.
What's up, Lewis? What's going on, brother?
And I don't know where it happened. Let's see. Vikings Raiders.
Oh, he said suicide.
Was it?
Damn. Oh, that sucks. That's a shame. I hate to see that happen. All right, everybody. Don't forget phone number 401-830-9189. Call in. Let's have some conversations tonight.
Yeah, have a take. Don't suck.
Oh, I could say something, but I'm not gonna. I'll be nice. Well,
you can say it to me.
Well, it was about you, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna be.
Dude, trust me.
Keep it PG.
Trust me. You can say whatever you want to me.
No, I'm keeping it PG for YouTube purposes. Trying to turn over a new leaf. So,
You're such a
Jason, you and I
liar.
haven't
You are
talked
never
since.
going to change.
No, I'm never going to change. You and I haven't talked since the hiring of the offensive line coach, and I've really got your full take on it. What's your take on Dennison coming in here as our offensive line coach now?
From a personal standpoint, I believe it absolutely positively was the best hire out of all the. I could throw Janoko up there. He's got good reputation. But when you look at the masterminds and the people that have been around the West Coast wide zone run scheme, you can't say Mike Shanahan without Gary Kubiak and Mike Shanahan without Rick Dennison, and it all goes hand in hand. And you can obviously see by Dennison's last 5 or 6 years, his path in coaching. There was a couple years he was out, he wasn't coaching, but you can kind of see his path. It's always linked to the Kubiak Shanahan family, and it's almost like Rick Dennison is actually maybe
part of the family.
Yeah, it's Godfather in a roundabout way. It's like it's just a blessing to have him, have something like that, and he's very knowledgeable. I think this is what I'm looking for in the hire is because he's going to be a little long in the tooth as far as coaching going. He's 67 years old, right? Been around a long time. Quite honest with you, I couldn't stand the guy when he was with the Broncos. I mean, it's just. I mean, pregame. I'd go to the Bronco games at the stadium and watch pregame, and you just could sit there and you just loathe about him. It's just, I just would you get just like I literally wanted to go out on the field myself during warmups and deal with him, But
he got under your skin that much, huh?
But just like when we picked up Andre Rison, we all hated Andre Rison until he put on that uniform and started performing, right? You put on our colors and you start giving us something. Hey, we got a caller.
Yes, we do. Thank you for calling Raider Voices. You're on with Jeff and Jason.
Hey, Jeff, what's good, bro?
What's up? Who's calling?
My name is Scream, bro.
All right. What do you got to say tonight? Let's hear it.
No, my name Luis Godot, but I'm the president for the West Coast.
Oh, Louis, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah. Well, everybody call me Scream. Normally, people don't call me Louis because honestly, it's pronounced Luis. But
okay, yeah. Well, I'll call you Scream from now on. How's that?
Man, you all good over there?
Huh? I can barely hear you.
Y'all good? Yeah, and the partner you got on there with you is JD, right?
Yeah, that's Jason. Yes.
Okay. Hey, nice to meet you, JD. Verbally. Where are you? Where is JD located?
He's in California. He's in Northern Cal.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Where about? Like Oakland?
No, Modesto.
Modesto. He can hear you, but you won't be able to hear him. So I'm relaying the information right now. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all
he's
right.
up by Modesto.
No, you got it, Jeff. I just figured I'd call in because I just been checking out y'all shows, you and your crews and your peoples over the past month. That's about it, bro.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm gonna keep on trying to check in with you because you're a president of a chapter like I am.
Yeah, the TBH New England. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So what's y'all topics of discussion for right now, for this evening? Because I've heard a whole lot. Let me apologize in front of live if I'm on there. But yeah, I was incorrect yesterday. I thought damn Greg Townsend came after that damn 1983-84 Super Bowl against the Redskins.
Yeah, no worries, man. No, I definitely, that's why I didn't push it last night because I'm like, all right, he'll see where he'll look it up at some point and realize it. I did mention, and he did say that he sent me a message today saying you were right. I said that's cool, man. No worries. So
yeah, I wanted to, because I keep a lot of history around me and I preach the history, but I was definitely off on that one. But that it happens to the best of human beings. But
yeah, well, that happened. That ended up being his rookie year. So I mean, talk about the luck of the gods. You know, he comes in as a rookie and he's on the winning, Super Bowl winning team year one. You know,
honestly, and that's how Lester Hayes missed that Joker by like months.
yeah, because he got drafted after.
Yeah, Lester is my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my numero uno Raider right there. That's my dude, bro. And I deal with Greg Townsend. I was a little bit off on that one, but I recommend people to get old school Raider jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go out and get something, like, I get it. You can go out and get I don't know, Fernando Mendoza's jersey in March, in a couple days.
Yeah.
You can go out and get that. But if you don't get drafted, I hope you got a family member that got the last name Mendoza.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
My brother-in-law is actually Fernando Mendoza, not the Fernando Mendoza, but his name is Fernando.
But he
Mendoza.
is a Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, we call him Nando, but or dumbass for short.
It's cool. Like I mean, if the Raiders select the dude, I mean, I don't see no flaws in the young man's game, but at the same time, he has not taken one snap professionally. So it's like, in order to be a Raider, you got to go through the trials and tribulations in order to get to the success in the championships.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only
those that have been going.
What was that?
Call's breaking up.
Go ahead.
I couldn't hear you. I heard you saying something. I couldn't hear it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that it's something. I mean, I've been paying attention over the past 30 days or something to you and your shows and even the people in your show and stuff. And I see the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows with certain individuals. But the overall concept is it's a Raider thing. So in order to win, you need 53 players.
Yeah.
And then you need a whole coaching staff. Then you need a whole ownership. So it's way bigger than one player. I've never seen one player win a football game, ever.
No, it's a team effort. I mean, that's exactly what it is. There's no two ways about it,
Yeah. Now, what's y'all topics of discussion for the voice? Is voices right now?
Pretty much we were just talking about anything that pops up at the time. I mean, the most recent thing is I just asked Jason, because him and I haven't really had a chance to talk, of what his thought about was of the offensive line coach that we just hired, Dennison.
I think that's pretty solid. I mean, I think with the whole coaching staff, regardless if somebody go old or young, I mean, shit, we just had old. Now we got super young. So it's like, reverse polarity, basically. So it's like, if a team want to make a change, I guess it's gonna be drastic in this case. But you still have to have some old heads in there in order to make sure that it's balanced.
And that's why I really like that offensive line coach coming in, because he reminds me so much of like an old school coach, like the coaches that like I knew I grew up with, and I'm sure Jason grew up with, those hard-nosed old school coaches. That's how he comes off, is how I look at it, and that's what we need,
For sure. Yeah, I mean, he played some ball himself. He coached a couple teams. He's actually won. Oh man,
he was part of 3 Super Bowls.
4.
Yeah,
Four?
yeah.
Four Super Bowls.
Yeah, he got his 4th one
Yeah,
this year
so
in Seattle.
he's been
Oh
involved
yeah,
with
that's right.
the sport. Yeah, he's good. I mean,
if you want to hang on to
what
that,
we had last season is last season. I don't go backwards, bro. Like just win, baby. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yep.
But it seems like they're putting together a pretty good squad, but we'll have to see when the chemistry mixed together. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Oh, definitely. We won't see that till they get on the field.
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, like I mean, you know, like I could write up the best damn 53-man roster and the best coaching staff on paper, and anybody could,
Yep.
you know. But until it's actually activated, boom, then you see there's either gonna be some success or some trials, tribulations, or just straight failure. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's the parameter. Like you gotta look at how quick it happens. I mean, you've had the Raiders, not just you, us. We've had the Raiders have blowouts all the way through preseason. Everybody like, oh yeah, the Raiders back, and then just fall off immediately. So it's like, man, just chill, just go week by week or game by game. And then you'll be able to see if they actually have the ability to get past what we've been going through for decades, you know?
Nope, definitely. I'm excited for this season to see what we put out there. Like I said, I'm not hype on the how many wins and losses. I just want to see a better product on the field this year. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so many of our brothers and sisters, at least from my chapter over here, down in Central Texas, like, man, they of course they always hyped up, bro. Because like I'm gonna keep it hyped up, but it's hard to get hyped up when you steadily losing. But we hyped up. We gonna be out there too, in Pittsburgh for the draft.
Oh, you're coming up too?
Yeah, we're gonna come
sweet.
out there, man. I don't know how many total yet, but me and one of the other brothers, like I plan things every month. You know what I'm saying? And for that April, that's our monthly thing. So I'm definitely gonna be out there for Pittsburgh, and look forward to meeting you and other
definitely.
brothers and sisters. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna try and work on what day are you guys leaving? You going home on Sunday or Saturday?
Man, honestly, I'm like 11 years retired military, bro. So I'm like, of course, I got to get back to the last 2 little children I got that are still in school. But man, I'm gonna get back with you on that one, Jeff.
Because I'm trying to see if we can plan a meet and greet. I'm trying to see if we can plan a meet and greet with people that are going to be up there somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be cool, man. Like I heard yesterday you mentioned you're going to the Hall of Fame, and that's another thing. And I talk with all my football people. It don't matter what kind of fan they are.
Yeah.
Whatever team they support. I'd be like, bro, if you a football person and you don't even want to go or attempt to go to the Hall of Fame one time in your lifetime.
Well, that's just it. I've never been. We're only going to be 2 hours from it, so it's like, how can I not go when I'm that close to it?
I agree. Yep, so. I did the same thing back in I want to say it was early of 2018. Because my son was up in Michigan. He called me. He was like, "Pops, can you come pick me up?" I drove up there. I was like, "Bro, I'm 2 hours from the Hall of Fame. We're going." So we left Michigan, went down, did the Hall of Fame thing, and continued back to Texas. So it's like,
blame you.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a cool thing. The draft is an amazing thing to see. I seen it right here in Arlington back in same year, 2018. And we drafted Colton Miller, the longest,
Yeah.
current. Yeah. And I don't know, man. Well, just let me ask you a question, bro.
Yep.
Okay, so if it was up to you and you was Spot Tech or whatever his name is, and it's your call. Of course, you got to talk with the coaches and blah, 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 and the ownership. Saying you could sidebar people or you could take it into relevance. Who would you go with? How would you run the first 10 minutes as soon as the clock starts ticking in April?
Well, I wouldn't be putting the card in until the last second. I'd be waiting to see if any teams offer us anything that's just too damn good to pass up. I would probably also be maybe reaching out to a couple teams to see if they're interested in moving up and what they would offer. But I'm listening to any and all offers, and I'm waiting till the last minute to submit my card before I take whatever player it's going to be. If it's Fernando, it's Fernando. If it's Bain, it's Bain. If it's Reese, it's Reese. If we don't trade out of that, I'm fine with any one of those picks. But I still I would be pushing for a trade out.
Okay, that's fair, bro. Oh, so with the three you just mentioned, would you go back from 1 to 12 and deal with the Cowgirls?
I wouldn't go from 1 to 12. I would want to stay in the top 5, preferably. I don't want to drop out of the top 5 because I still want a shot at one of those other top defenders that are going to be there, because that's the whole goal, is to not take the quarterback and take the top defender or the top BPA at that point. Which is why I've been saying not to take Mendoza, because Mendoza's not the BPA in this class. I'm sorry. He's not. He's not the best player available. He's number 1 for the quarterback position.
He's just the prototypical quarterback for what's going on currently in the world. But that don't mean it's happened before, you know what I'm saying? Best quarterback, Jamarcus Russell, or the quarterback that nobody even sees, Tom Brady. So it really don't matter. It's what they do once they get there. But I was just thinking because the Jets and the Cowboys, I'll say Cowboys this time. I'll give them a little leniency, but those two teams, they're kind of stacked up in the first round with multiple picks. So I figured if they wanted to jump up, they got a little bit more to offer to a team like the Raiders in this position for April.
Oh, if we move on to that number 1 pick, it's going to be multiple picks. It's going to be picks in this year's draft and next year's draft for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah,
it's going to be a way for us to build this roster going forward, which is one of the biggest needs we have. Jason, do you disagree? Or I know you want Mendoza, Jay.
Yeah, and I still think we could build a roster even if we take Mendoza with number 1.
Fair enough.
So we got 9 more picks. I mean, it's not like we're going to take the number 1. So my take is I think there's more of a risk if we pass on him and he does have success, and then we go into next year, because a lot of people say, well, we can just gather a bunch of draft picks, and then next year we can move up and get it. Well, kind of the same situation as when we had Caleb, Jaden, and Drake May. Those 3 picks were locked down. Nobody was going up to get. Drake May was the only one I think anybody had a sniff at of moving up to get. But Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, you don't have enough draft picks to come and get them.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, do I roll the dice with Fernando? And because I think I think our odds of becoming successful and sustaining success is better if we just do that and then start building, and then you can, if for some reason he pulls a CJ Stroud and starts to down his leg, we could readjust that situation. But at least now, and and I know, and I've already said that, I've given the examples 100 times over. It's not so much the quarterback as it is the coach as well that you pair with that quarterback that is going to create that legacy. That's one of the things that's hurting Josh Burrow right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that pairing. Josh Burrow has a lot of talent. Everybody, don't get me wrong. He's super talented, but he is never going to be the Josh Burrow. Joe Burrow is never going to be the Joe Burrow that he could be until he gets that coach that is paired just right with him that can really bring it out of him.
All right, Scream. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate you. Got to keep the lines open here so we can get someone else into and give it. All right, man. I appreciate you calling in, though, brother.
All right, man. Yeah, y'all be blessed, man, and go Raiders, bro.
That's it, man. Go Raiders.
Hey, back up at the early. Rorschach's got a call out to IU Anthony.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, we got another
challenge.
This is. You're on Raider Voices. You're on with Jeff and Jason. What's going on?
Sacktown's here, man. How you guys doing?
What's up, Mike? What's going on?
Jason, Jeff, love you both, man. Yeah, I just.
Jason said I should hang up the phone.
Oh, well, that figures. I'm glad I can't hear him. So, hey, Jason, love you guys. I love you both, man.
Love you,
you
brother.
guys are awesome.
Love you too. Man. Everybody loves Mike.
I thought I'd throw my thoughts about the coaching staff so far. We're pretty much done, I think, with the coaching staff. But I had a couple little things that I wanted to say about what I think about this coaching staff.
Go for it.
And one of them is I love how they're bringing young guys like Kubiak and Rob Leonard and stuff in, but I love how they're pairing them up with I'm old, so I want to call them old, but they're younger than me. More veteran coaches like, they got Clint Kubiak, 38. They pair him up with Mike McCoy, 53, as assistant head coach. I think that's smart. Rob Leonard, 38. And they paired him up with Al Holcomb, senior defensive assistant at 55. I think it's really smart moves. I love it. And so I love how they're mixing the young guys to keep us going for sustained. It just reminds me of Spytek last year, that he was thinking ahead. He was thinking ahead last year. We were all mad about, we didn't pick up 15 players in free agency. But what he did, he was planning ahead. And I think that's what he's doing with this staff. He's preparing us for now, but planning ahead. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just awesome. And the other thing I really like about this coaching staff, I know Dennison is the hot topic right now. 67 years old. 67 years old. But his experience with, like a lot of the coaches that we're picking up, they haven't held just one job.
Yeah,
they've held multiple jobs in the coaching staff.
His list is insane. If you look at his I don't know if
right.
His
run game coordinator, senior
teams that
offensive advisor.
Yep, and he's spent
line coach
teams too.
Run game,
Yep. So he'd been with multiple teams multiple times. Like he was bound.
Right.
He's in and out of the Denver Broncos coaching ranks consistently through the years. He's been with Kubiak's since almost since the beginning. So I think that's why also he was an easy hire, because it's that comfort level and they know what he brings to the table. I think that might have probably been one of the smartest hires out of this entire offseason. To be honest,
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you on that 100%.
I don't tend to get hyped for coaches. This one I'm excited for because I know what this guy can do. I've seen what this guy can do. We've witnessed it being in the same division against him for years, and when he was with Denver.
For a long time too. He was with Denver from 95 to like 2008.
That's my third thing is about the staff is, I mean, most of them, I'd say like at least 75% of them, there's ties. And Dennis has the ties with Gary Kubiak, and Rob Leonard has ties with the which coach was it that Rob Leonard had ties with? Was that also in Denver with Dennison? But
no, Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay, gotcha. But I just love it. I mean, they're not sticking to just that, but they're picking up guys, with different levels of years in the NFL as coaching.
Yeah,
and
Sacktown.
Huh?
No, somebody just asked if it was you on the phone. I said, yeah, it's Sacktown.
Oh, okay. Hey, whoever said that, that's me.
Raider Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, how you doing, Ryan? Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I want to say. I am absolutely, as the coach of the women's hockey team for USA said after they won the goal, I'm elated about this coaching staff. And
it feels
and shout out to USA women's hockey team, man.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good. That was cool watching that.
And the men play tomorrow. It's like 5 a.m. my time.
Is it a gold medal game?
So that's the gold medal game against Canada, just like the women's was against Canada. They're playing Canada tomorrow, 5 o'clock my time, or Pacific time. So, in other words, I have it set to record. I'm not going to be up at 5 a.m.
True. I'll get the highlights when I wake up.
Yeah. But how about them women? I must throw a shout out to the women's hockey team too.
Yeah.
7 games.
And it was all
7
women
games.
too. There were
5
no men on that
shutouts.
team.
33-2.
What'd you say,
They
Jason?
outscored their opponents. That's insane.
I said it was all women on the USA team. There was no men on the women's.
The closest game they had was the second time they played Canada for the gold medal, which was 2-1 in overtime. Other than that, it's been blowouts, 5-1.
Yeah, every game they played was they scored 5 goals except for one where they scored 6 goals.
Right. Yeah.
They were on fire, man. They were on fire.
So shout out to the women's hockey team, man. Awesome job. In fact, on my TV now, they're showing Miracle, the 1980 hockey game.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched the documentary on it's pretty damn good. I think it's on Netflix. It was on Netflix or Prime. It was pretty good.
Yeah, this was with Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, the movie itself. Yeah, I watched the documentary.
Yeah, the actual movie Miracle. Yeah.
So Mike, I'm going to read what Circus Raider said. He goes, Sacktown, I disagree about the staff. It should have been Gruden as head coach, Rich Gannon as OC, Antonio Pierce as DC, Carr as QB coach, and Raiders Twitter told him so. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Oh, and Rich Bisaccia as special teams coordinator.
Okay, I'm not going to be rude. I'm just going to say, okay, that's your opinion. That's,
he's making a joke of it, though. He's being funny about it, though. He's not being serious.
Yeah.
Circus Raider. Let's see. We got.
That's cool. That's what. Circus Raider. Well, that's he's Circus Raider for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Likes to have fun.
You know what? You know where?
I asked that question earlier.
What was it?
JT5699. If you're still here, I want to address what you had asked earlier, and there was something else somebody asked in the chat.
Yeah, let me go through. I'll go through.
It was Gio. So Gio, we'll get back to it as soon as we get Mike off the phone. We'll bring that up. But real quick, a salute to Raider Ryan being in the chat now. Circus Raiders jumped in. Neil's here. Raider Knight, I know you've been here for a while. Tana Jack's here.
Neil Nine Toes.
Yeah, we had a call, but they disconnected. Mike, you still
okay?
there?
Well, yeah. Well, let me hang up then, so you can get another call.
Okay, thanks,
I said
brother.
what I
Appreciate
wanted
you
to
calling
say.
in,
But,
man.
all right, man. I'll be listening the rest
Take
of the
care,
way
brother.
through.
Thanks for calling.
All right. All right. Have a good night, both of you and Jason.
Thank
See
you,
you, brother.
brother.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. Gio's first question was, when do you think we'll be competitive? Definitely not this year. If we are by default, then okay, I'll take it.
I'll take competitive. I expect competitiveness. You know, I don't want to see any games that the other team kneeling down with.
Yeah, no blowouts at least. At least we're within striking distance, you know, where you can see what little improvement we need to make and to win. All right, we got a call coming in. You're on with Raider Nation Voices. This is Jeff and Jason.
I need a new ringtone.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Who are we talking with?
Piano Man.
I know it's not Piano Man, and I know who it is by the voice.
Hey, what's up, brother? Just woke up from a nap. Just wanted to call in, show some support, make it quick.
Do you want to say who you are so
Hey,
everybody else knows who you are? Because I know who you are.
Oh, yeah. What's up? It's Bueno. But shout out to Rorschach, Alex, all my guys in chat. Yeah, bro. I was looking online right now, actually, and I wanted to know if you had some time, you could look into it too, and let me know what you think. But if you could look into the last 5 players that weren't quarterbacks that were selected 1 overall, and let me know what you think of them, how the teams turned out, if it had an impact on them, and just give me your thoughts on that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, spice up the conversation a little bit, even though you don't see us not taking anyone else outside of a quarterback, you know what I mean? But to see if there's value there, if we didn't trade out and say we upset everyone and just didn't pick Mendoza.
Let's see. I can give you that answer in a second here. Let's get up to
I was looking into it, but I don't know much about these players, so maybe you could pull up their stats and take a deeper dive into it.
So you want to know who wasn't picked as a QB?
Yeah. So the first overalls that weren't quarterbacks.
The first overalls that weren't quarterback, you'd have to go back to 2022, and that was Trayvon Walker for the Jaguars, defensive end. Because from 2023 was Bryce Young, 2024 was Caleb Williams, and 2025 was Cam Ward.
Okay.
It's mostly been quarterbacks, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think and I think before Trayvon Walker was Myles Garrett, right?
Nope, Joe Burrow. No, sorry, Trevor Lawrence was 2021.
Oh, okay. And Jags had the number 1 pick 2 years in a row, didn't they?
Yep. So they took Trevor Lawrence and Trayvon Walker. 2020 was Joe Burrow. 2019 Kyler Murray. 2018 Baker Mayfield. 2017 Myles Garrett. Then Jared Goff, then Jameson Winston, then Clowney, then an offensive tackle and Eric Fisher. Now we're back to 2012. That's Andrew Luck. Yeah. Cam Newton, Sam Bradford, Matthew Stafford, Jake Long.
It sounds like a lot of those number 1 quarterbacks are pretty successful, though, even if they had a rough start.
Not 2007, but okay.
Yeah, even
that's where it stopped.
That's why I stopped in 2007. I didn't want to say the name.
We're not going any farther after that.
Oh shit!
I mean, if you look at those quarterbacks, right, from a success rate, so Sam Bradford, he never really amounted to too much. Cam Newton,
he got paid.
Yeah, he got paid. Cam Newton's Cam Newton. Andrew Luck, unfortunately, injuries killed that kid's ability. Let's see, Jameson Winston. I still think he's been a waste.
He's a likable character. He's a likable player.
Who, Jameson Winston?
Yeah, some people like him.
Massage policy.
He's a locker room guy. He's a locker room guy.
Then 2016, Jared Goff. He's. I mean, how far has he taken the team?
And he was picked by the Rams, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't even have success with. Well, he did get to the playoffs with them, right?
He took the Rams to the Super Bowl, but they still lost. And since he's been on the
Yeah.
Lions, they haven't done too much either. So, I
Yeah.
mean, do you want a quarterback that is of his style, which is what he's being
Compared to
measured
himself?
up against? Correct.
Mhm.
You know, never really done anything other than that Super Bowl season with the Rams. Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield, same thing. Baker Mayfield's had his moments. Kyler
Yeah.
Murray, Joe Burrow.
And
as great
Baker
as Joe-
Mayfield is more of like a playmaker too, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a playmaker, but you got to look at where he got drafted too. He's with the Cleveland Browns. You know,
Mhm.
he's been on 3 different teams now. You know,
Yeah. So he found his groove.
actually 4 different
I
teams.
mean, and he still struggled this year. He started off hot and then fizzled
Yeah.
down.
You know, Kyler Murray, he hasn't really become too much, to be honest with you. But Joe Burrow, as great as Joe Burrow is, they just haven't done the right moves to make that team. So, yeah, they've been to a Super Bowl, but other
Yeah,
than
after
that
that
season,
was about it.
yeah, I mean, and Joe Burrow is considered one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. But
Mhm.
you know, what are they doing for him? Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
another, mid to up tier. You know what I mean? He's like that.
Yeah.
Bryce
He's
Young.
questionable.
I mean, we know what Bryce Young's like. I mean, he's just been on bad teams.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, this season here was the first year you really got to see how good this kid really is. So the jury's still out on him. And Cam Ward, the jury's still out on him too. This is only his rookie year, so you can't really put a lot on that. I mean, Jason, do you have any takes on any of those guys?
Each one of them has to do with what kind of coach do they have paired with them. Every one of those that you have mentioned. Jared Goff had success with Sean McVay. It's just Sean McVay was a little bit more lucid with the Matt Stafford thing. And I think both teams made out on that trade. I think they both did a really good job on that trade, and it made both teams happy with that trade. And Jared Goff has been no slouch in Detroit.
No, but again, do you want a quarterback that's just making you competitive, or do you want a quarterback that's going to take you to that? But that's where the whole team building concept comes in.
Yeah, you need the team to do it.
Exactly. You know, it's not, you can't just rely on that one person is what which is what I keep pushing. Everybody's like, he's the savior of the Raider. You need more than just that one guy. He can't win it. I've never seen a quarterback
we need a
win
hit on every other pick.
Exactly.
I think all the other picks are a lot more important than what people are making out to be,
Yeah.
I'm going to defend the Jared Goff in Detroit for just a minute, because if I had a freaking coach that wouldn't go for it on every damn fourth down and maybe punt the ball every now and then and play the sticks and not the let's try.
Yeah, we can hear you. Jason's talking. That's why you can't hear him.
Because there's a lot of these Dan Campbell, Sean McDermott, Sean Taylor. Those guys have a tendency to outcoach themselves.
He's rubbing hard on Jared Goff's crotch right now.
No, I'm rubbing hard on the coaches. I'm rubbing on the coaches, man.
I know. Oh, he's rubbing on the coaches, he said. Never mind.
The Lions, what's his name? Dan Campbell, he hasn't done them any favors either.
Well,
his
and that's
aggressive
pretty much
play
what
calling and stuff.
Yep, that's what Jason just said too. It literally just said what you just said.
I said it a little
always
different.
Going for it on fourth downs and such. So yeah.
I mean, I like the style, but you just
gotta
be
I love
smart
the aggressive coaching
too,
style, but sometimes it's like, you
got to play smart.
You got to be analytical about certain things. It's like you got to play the odds.
Hey, we gotta
Very
update
true.
here. Can you double check and make sure that this is not an AI refrigerator we're talking to?
I just wanted to add a little bit to it, bro, and show some love and thank you for everything, man, for giving us a voice. And
hey, no problem, man. Rorschach does have a question for you, though.
Tell him no.
Huh?
Tell him no.
Oh, well, then you just answered the question. You don't even know what the question is, but you answered it no. So, Rorschach, it's confirmed.
It's confirmed,
we don't-
Rorschach. We're
we
talking
don't
to his
know if
damn
it's
refrigerator.
or not.
Yeah, I knew it was something about the fucking refrigerator.
Yeah, he goes, how do we know for certain this is I'm not bueno or is AI refrigerator?
Yeah, I knew it. Well, yeah, you have a good night, brother. I'll be in
You too,
chat.
man. Thanks for calling in. We
All right.
appreciate you.
No problem, bro. You have a good night, man.
You too, man.
All right.
All right. That was a good call.
Fucking bueno, he's too much, man. What's up, Alex? I see you popped in here, man. What's going on?
Of course, Rorschach, man, he can't hold back.
No, I know it. Oh, there's 805. 805 says I wouldn't be upset. Trade back. Exactly. I agree with him 100%.
So I propose this trade, 805. I am trading you to the New Orleans Saints for a 5th round pick and a player to be named later. What's up, 805?
Where were we in the chat?
Refrigerator.
All the coaching executives and ownership is needed to win a championship. Exactly. Jeff, Jason, do you think Kubiak is or can be better than Gruden and lead the Raiders back to greatness? I got faith in him. But again, the proof is in the pudding.
Proof
We have
is
to
in
wait.
the pudding. Yeah, you can't. Well, yeah, we can't. There's no crystal ball for that. But I can add this: he's not going to have the resistance in picking players as he did with Coach Davis, because Gruden didn't really get to pick his players and didn't have to. He had to fight the old man to get what he wanted.
If I said you'd be fired as the GM if you made that.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'd be executive of the year.
Okay. An award given to you by who? Mark Davis? He'll give an award to anybody.
I just give it to myself.
Hey, isn't the CTE dinner tonight? Or was that last night? I think it's tonight.
CT. Yeah, the
commitment to excellence.
Yeah, it is tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, where they honor Max Crosby every year for his commitment to excellence.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's a fundraiser for his foundation.
No. They give it out to the commitment to excellence player every year, and he's won it the last few years.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And it used to be.
I think it should have gone to Tyree Wilson this year, but that's me.
Although
805 will say it should have gone to Adam Butler.
I ain't mad at that, Adam Butler, one bit. They ain't mad about that one bit.
So don't forget, folks, the phone lines are open, 401-830-9189. We need to get this fixed so they can hear you. Because you just sit there so bored when they're talking.
I'm not bored.
Oh, you look it. You look like you were.
No, I'm listening. I'm studious. I'm being studious. Paying attention to what people have to say. For the most part.
I can't wait for the draft. I really
can't wait for 805 to call in. See if he'll call in. He ain't gonna call in.
He ain't gonna call in.
He's not gonna call in. No.
Gonna have some excuse like, oh, my kids are sleeping or something.
No, I think it's because there's more. You have to dial more than 7 numbers. I kid because I care, 805.
Yeah, Alex Kappa should get the CTE award right tonight, said.
When you said CTE, I was like, they got an award for head injuries?
When I first heard that, I thought that's what that was about at first.
I've always heard it the Commitment to Excellence Award. To abbreviate it to CTE, man, that makes me nervous.
Well, I mean, good thing they give the award based on your performance last year and not the off-season performance, because Max probably wouldn't win it this year based on all the shit. Kappa could get the head injury award probably. No, that would probably go to JPJ. Poor kid, man, with his concussions. That's my biggest thing that worries me about him. Like, how long of a career is he really going to have?
Yeah, just give him a pull. Get him.
I don't want to see his career get cut short because of it. That's my biggest worry with him is the concussions.
Yeah. Hey, just leave that cold ice cream alone. He'll be fine.
When the fuck can we get ice cream?
Oh, eat that ice cream too fast.
Alex says at 8:05 coming out of retirement to play defensive back for the Raiders.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'd go watch that game.
Yep.
For sure.
And then I would get my all 22 subscription and have a Wednesday night show.
There you go. Gruden kicked ass in free agency 98 to 02. He did. I will give him that. That first go around, they definitely had the.
Yeah, there were
some those free agent moves.
Yeah, some of those weren't his though. Some of those were Al Davis doing his thing.
Al Davis always had his hand in shit. You know that.
It was his team. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to fire him? No.
Well, it's Al Davis. You're not going to tell him, oh, no, don't do that. First of all, I don't think anybody ever had the balls to tell him, no, you shouldn't do that.
Amy Trask did.
I think she was able to get away with it because it was a female. If it was a guy, I think that person would have been fired immediately.
If you go back and see how she got her job, is because she told him no. And then he turned around and said, I'm making her an executive.
Well, you respect her. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You have utmost respect for her.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Chewy's in the house. Thank you, my brother, for the $1.99 super chat from Chewy's Raider coverage. Jeff and Jason, the hottest duo out. Yeah.
Define hottest.
I mean, yeah, if we're talking about looks, thank you. I appreciate it.
They're definitely not looks, my friend.
No, I don't think so either. But thank you, my brother. And make sure anybody that hasn't already subbed to his channel, make sure you get over the Chewy's Raider coverage. This young man, in just about a year, or a little under a year, just hit his 500 subs last week. So he's well on his way. I'm proud of this guy.
If I can get up to 500 subs, I will have a giveaway. But all it is I'm going to steal the gift from Rorschach that he got from Chewy and then give it back to Chewy. So I'm already telling you guys what I'm going to do with the 500 giveaway. Because Rorschach's cheating. He's a cheater.
Raffle off a guest spot on one of the shows.
Nobody want to be on the show with me. Although Chewy, if you're still in the chat, we do need to hook up one of these days and collaborate on a show, bro.
Robert Pena's in the house. What's up, Robert?
Robert Pena with the hot rod. Hey, I still ain't got that video of you doing a burnout.
Oh, he hasn't announced the winner yet.
Oh, we already, yeah. Well, according to Rorschach, he's already won it.
I called, but I'm breaking down Kubiak's offense for tomorrow's show. Jeff just sent you a picture of behind the scenes. Oh, I got to see this.
Put it up on the screen.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. So he's got 3 monitors plus the laptop.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We need to change the show to NASA.
And you got the ring light over there. Jesus Christ, how many cameras you got set up? What kind of show you doing?
When you're as good looking as him, there's not enough cameras.
Oh my God, that's funny. I'm gonna put this one back up. Let's share this tab.
Hey, in all fairness, though, we really appreciate what 805 does for us when he does.
Yeah, God, yeah. I love the film breakdown stuff.
Because he puts a lot of guys, you need to get to his channel, sub his channel, like his channel. if you haven't done so already. And just overall, the work, the amount of work he puts into it, and his philosophy and his takes are they're well respected. And I don't know why I keep pimping out his show so much, but it's a good thing he has Severe on the channel with him.
If it was a bad show, you wouldn't be doing it. It's a good show. I mean,
It's
what
a
they
great
do is
show.
Yeah.
It's dude. Screw Mitchell Rents.
Well, you know what is I respect it so much because of like what he just sent me, that screenshot of looking at what he's doing. That takes hours of work to get that shit put together. I don't have the patience for that.
Well, just think about it. One play, when he watches one play, he probably watches it 10 times.
And then he's still going to do it on the show. So now he's watching it even more.
Right. It's like, good God, man. Because I remember watching film, and like when I was working at Manteca High, I had access to the huddle. And I would watch some of their linemen, and then the offensive line coach would come in my office, and I'd tell him, I was like, hey, hey, go ahead.
Welcome to Raider Nation Voices. You're on with Jeff and Jason.
Yo, man, this is Chewy. What up?
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Chewy.
Oh, man, just wanted to check in, man. Like I said, appreciate all the shout outs for the 500 subs. But yeah, we do have a giveaway coming out, and Jason, no, it's not rigged, brother. So, you know what I mean? You might be the lucky winner. But no, man, I want to get on here real quick, just to give like I hate to say motivational speech for Raider Nation, but
go for it.
We got to be we're gonna have to be patient. This is just a quick message, guys. I'm not gonna stay here too long. We gotta be patient with our new coach coming in, Clint Kubiak. You know what I mean? And I hate, you know what I mean? As much as people don't like to say it, this is a Raider rebuild, man. You know what I mean? Like, everything is brand new. You see all the coaches we're bringing in. You know what I mean? You see the quarterback we're about to bring in. It's a whole new look. But I say Raider Nation, man, we got to just be patient, man, and get behind this and ride with the train. You know what I mean? And even if we don't take Fernando Mendoza, at this point, this team is this team is a full block of Swiss cheese, man. There's holes everywhere. I don't think any player we took would be a bad fucking pick. But I just want to get out here real quick, guys, man, say thank you for all the shout outs, everything you guys do for the channel. Really appreciate it. Goes a long way.
No problem.
But I know I haven't got with you guys in a minute, but yeah, I want to give you guys my opinion, man, on, you know what I mean, the new look of the Raiders. I think this shit's going to look a whole lot better, to be honest with you guys.
Well, I mean, the roster is definitely going to be completely different this year, just based on the amount of holes we have, and just with the coaching that we have in now. It's going to be a forced different roster, is my feeling on this.
Could I kind of run with Chewy just a little bit?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too,
have him pause real quick.
Just like we were all attracted to Clint Kubiak, there's a lot of players that are also attracted to Clint Kubiak. A lot of coaches that are attracted to Clint Kubiak. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I said the same shit about Pete Carroll. Oh, he's going to be able to bring people in.
And I did too. I bit that apple, and I don't like it. Hey, real quick, Jason wants to say something, but you're not going to be able to hear him, so I'm just going to let him go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason. Say what you're going to say.
For Chewy, he's exactly right. No matter what we do in the draft, as long as we can see the flavor of what this team is going to be going forward, we as Raider fans just need to be patient and trust that Kubiak and his guys are going to form our team the right way. Did I say too much for you to repeat?
I wasn't paying attention.
You're supposed to repeat it to him because I can't talk to him.
Say it again.
Yeah, no, I'm watching it live as well.
Oh, he's watching. He heard it.
Exactly. Yeah, the flavor is good, man. You know what I mean? It's like bacon in the morning, bro. Some good flavor, you know what I mean? But no, it's looking good. It's looking, and like I said, dude, I said this shit about Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly, and you know what I mean? Like, I hope I'm not saying this just again to get my hopes up. But the fact that these guys are like actually, a lot of them are young-minded, and the fact that he's bringing in a lot of side help, that, you know what I mean? A lot of the side help he's bringing in or a lot of veteran coaches who've been around for a little while. So I think, dude, like it's smart all the way around. You know what I mean? When you're looking at it, it's patient, it's smart, it's to the point, and it's not none of this rah bullshit that we've been seeing for the last couple of years. Well, but hey, Jeff, Jason, I'm sorry, man. I really appreciate you guys.
No problem, man. Thanks for coming on, and we appreciate
you guys. Yeah, much love. Salute to the chat, and we will be naming a winner tonight, man. So stay tuned, guys.
Okay, awesome.
Love you, Chewy.
That was our brother Chewy. So again, make sure you guys get over to his channel. Make sure you get over to Jason's channel, Raiders First Downs. Show the love, man. Spread that love.
Chewy's really spot on with getting his shorts out, his impact shorts, and they're good.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. Chewy won both the I said that earlier too. And Chewy won both of 805's last two giveaways. Right. I never win anything. Ever.
But Luis, I believe earlier, the comments way up there. I'm not going to have you track it back down, but Luis earlier, getting back onto the Rick Dennison thing. Rick Dennison also, I personally think with his abilities, and the biggest reason why we bring him in now is because now he can coach the coaches, right? So we not only are we developing players, but there's some parts of that coaching staff that need developing as well. And
my 2 cents.
With his, let's face it, he's part of that wide zone West Coast. You know, he comes from that book, man, and it's like before too long, there's going to be 20 teams in the NFL that are going to have. Or somebody mentioned the other day that out of 32 teams, 16 of them are going to have Shanahan, and 16 of them are going to have McVay disciples coaching them.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean that's exactly what's going to end up happening here. You know, as these older coaches fade out of the limelight, you know, you have these younger guys coming in taking, like the whole McVay thing. You know, you got how many coaches that are part of that McVay tree, and McVay's still a super young coach too.
Oh yeah,
you know, and some of those guys are now getting head coaching jobs, or they've taken that next step with another team as an OC where they're going to be the next up and coming great, you know, hot name that's coming out every season, you know. So, and that's where Kubiak is right now. You know, he made a name for himself in his position that he was in before. You know, he's getting the shot this year as the head coach for the next 5 years. Hopefully he's here for the full 5. Because if he makes the full 5 and there's no questions about his ability, guess what? He'll be here easily for another 5. You know, this hopefully should be the last coach we have to hire probably for the next 10 to 15 years, to be honest with you. That's what I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed. Fingers
You
crossed.
know, our longest tenured head coach has always been John Madden to this day. You know, he's the longest tenured head coach, and that was back in the 70s. So,
yeah, Gruden's got 7.5 years on 2 different stints.
Yeah.
But hey, while we're here, we kind of got a little bit of free time for our next call. We got some people popping into the chat. My 2 cents, welcome, my friend. My 2 cents is in the house. Steve Menace, you're in the house. Right there. They're chopping it up with each other in the chat, but we're going to salute you guys while you guys hammer it out between each other. And then we Raider Knight and Bueno, you're still in the chat with us. Bueno's got his show coming up, so good luck with that, man. We'll be hopping over whenever we get a chance. And
who does?
I think Chewy said tonight he was doing a drawing.
You just said Bueno. That's why I looked up. I'm like, what? You said Bueno.
Bueno needs his own show. And I would subscribe to him 100 times if he had his own show.
Send an email to his fridge. You might get it.
That's probably where you'll do it from. From the cold cut bin. Reaching into the cold cut bin. But as far as I haven't really had a chance to really talk to you in depth about a lot of the other coaches. I think Janoko is right up there with Dennison, getting him.
Yeah.
He comes heavily recommended from several people, and he's had a lot of success with what he's done. And pair him up with Mendoza, I think probably be a good idea. Should work out fairly well. And if not, like I said too, I mean, if for some reason they're not sold on him on Mendoza, and they want to trade, they get a haul for that number one pick, then get us a reputable veteran that can hold down the fort for a couple years until we can get that quarterback, and hopefully we can get that quarterback.
I know it came up when Nate and I were on Thursday night. We were talking about, obviously the whole show is pretty much about Dennison for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I mentioned was, how long of a term do you think he's going to be with us? I don't think he's a long-term answer.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think he's the guy that's going to commit for a year or two. Right the wrongs on that offensive line with this young group, get them in the right position, and then hand it off to somebody that's younger, that he trusts, and that Kubiak trusts to take over and instill that same program that he's running. I think right now we need to set that culture with his ability and his type of coaching style, basically. And offensive line, they're no prima donnas. These are big, rough, tough, huge men.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't handle them like you're their best friend. You have to handle them like they're assholes. You have to treat them like they're complete assholes out there, and you have to be. You can't handle these kids with kid gloves. You just can't. You got to be that mean spirited coach, and you want them to hate you is what it really comes down to.
Yeah.
But respect you at the same time, so they take that aggression out on the field. They can't hit you as the coach, but guess what? They sure as hell can go out on that field and beat the crap out of the defensive linemen and ends in front of them, and that's what you want. You want them to turn that aggression from you to who they're playing against. You need to create this killer instinct in these guys, and that's what offensive linemen need. Defensive linemen have it. They want to just eat up whoever's in front of them and kill the quarterback. You need that with your offensive line too. You need that aggressiveness. You need that Wisniewskiism.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need. You need that type of. You need 5 guys like that in that front line.
Mm-hmm.
Take no bullshit. You do something wrong to one of my offensive linemen, guess what? You're catching a shot in the ribs or something in the middle of a fucking pile up. No, we're sticking up for each other, and that's how it is. This needs to be a tight-knit 5-person unit.
Yeah. It's funny how the football culture has changed so much the past 2 or 3 generations. That even the CBA, the way they have the CBA now, and it just doesn't. It's so hard to build that type of player, that is just a no nonsense, get after it, gonna kill you type player. Because a lot of the offensive line, I don't know how your offensive line coach was in high school when you played, but like when I played, our offensive line coach was this big, massive man that had this piercing sound, and he treated every practice like it was like you were in the army. I mean, you were in formation at a certain time. You dress right, all that good stuff. He was doing all that stuff. Even when we did the sled, pushing the sled, it's like, okay, we're thinking, oh, we're only going to do the sled for 5 minutes. Yeah, well, that was 30 minutes ago. We're still pushing the sled. So we're putting miles on the sled, boys. Put miles on the sled.
I'll tell you exactly what my O-line coach was like. His name was Dick Barr. Okay. He worked for the electric company. He was a lineman for years, going up in the buckets, the whole 9 yards, climbing. Actually, before they even had a lot of the bucket trucks, he was
climbing the old school.
God damn it, got a phone call.
You need to change that ringtone.
Yeah, right. You're on the line with Raider Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason. Say your name.
Man, I had to do it again, Jeff. I just called back in. Just scream.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, the brother you with, his name is JD or Jason?
Yeah, it's Jason.
Okay, hey, so brother Jason started going in on this military talk. So I did over 20 years in the military, and I'm telling you, man, he's on it. Because when you talking about coaching or even players, if somebody is not humble or motivated, depending on if you're outgoing or incoming, to doggone left seat, right seat ride. Basically, there has to be a transition point, and it has to be as smooth as possible in order for any organization to keep winning.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that too. You know, I mean, the discipline's the biggest thing. You know,
The discipline needs to be revamped in the whole world, but yeah,
you're not wrong
just
there
back to
either.
just back to the Raiders shit. Excuse my language. I don't know if you have to bleep that out, but I do tend to curse because I'm an old school man. But Denison is definitely, man, like y'all are on it, man. I'm vibing with how y'all communicating about this show and everything. And once the brother Jason, JD, once he started hitting in on that military, I was like, hold on now, I need to call back, bro, because like I don't play around, even with my, I got a 19-year-old daughter about to join the military, and I'm old school.
Well,
So
with obviously, you were former military, and like with Jason and I, we both come from jobs that were, paramilitary, basically. He's a former police officer. I'm a former firefighter. So we understand the whole, respect and chain of command, the whole 9 yards, everything that goes into it. So sometimes what we tend to say about certain things, it goes over some people's heads if they haven't been in those positions before. So I think that's why I see my vision of what they need to do with the players and the coaching, the way they need to handle things, different than what some do. So which is what pisses me off now about like some of these youth sports. It's aggravating.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You're hitting a whole different topic right there, because I done been out here coaching and stuff. And Texas big on football, but I ain't from Texas. I'm from Oakland, California. So I come with the whole California flag. It don't make a difference, but I come as a military. You know what I'm saying? So I just retired here deep in the heart of Texas. But I ain't from here. I don't play y'all cowgirl games, bro. Like I would tell, but the way and I'm with you. I mean, Dennison, he may be 1 or 2 years. Some of the older, McCoy, Mike McCoy, like he might not be there but 1 or 2 years. I mean, some of them are kind of like on their, this might be their, last time doing this or that. But for the young ones that are coming up, they need it's big in this world. I'm telling you, and this where parenting, it go all the way down to for me. It go down like if you can't dance, if you can't raise someone up, don't have anybody underneath you. Like don't try to have an understudy. There's no reason for you to have an understudy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. That's a different topic for a whole different style show too. I agree with you 100%. Just give me 1 second here. I got to make some shout outs. Shout out to my guy, my 2 cents with the $2 super chat.
$2.
Don't know what SpyTech drafted up front. Yeah, exactly. Last year, I really don't know. Jason, chime in if you feel any different or feel the same or whatever. I really don't know what to expect from SpyTech this year, because I don't think a lot of what was done last year was from him. I think a majority of it was Pete muddying up the waters, because I scratched my head a little bit here thinking about some of the moves he made. I'm hoping we see a different situation this year with SpyTech. Did you want to take on that?
Yeah, really, in all honesty, this is my take. I think the guys that played a lot last year were Pete's picks, except for Ginty. I think that was more of a SpyTech. It could have been both of them said we're just going to take Ginty. But I think more or less, Carroll's picks played. SpyTechs were quote unquote developing. That's my take. I firmly believe that's what happened. And that, of course, Mark Davis gave Pete Carroll a little bit more autonomy for his draft, being the one that makes the final say. Now it's gone back the other way. So, so we got something to look forward to there. Let the GM and the coaches coach.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Alex. We appreciate that. Yeah, this has been fun tonight. Rorschach with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Jeff and Jason, great live stream. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thanks, Rorschach.
Having a blast doing this. Scream, you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here, bro.
Okay. So.
Yeah, so if you could pass on the screen for me.
Yeah, go ahead. Hang on. Jason's got something he wants to say.
Okay, so one of the key things, especially with offense and defensive line coaches, the style that they have to coach. One of the things is probably really important, and you can shorten this up whenever you reply to them. It's just like in the military. First, they're going to break you down and then build you up.
Yeah, basically what he's saying is with the offensive line, it's just like in the military. First, they break you down and then they build you back up, type of thing. And that's how it is. Like I'm sure they did the same in the police academy. That's what it was like in the fire academy too. It's like and I'm sure that's how like basic training and boot camp is too for the military. It's like, you know, they tear you down to the lowest form that you can possibly be. You know, when you get through that, then they have a different respect for you, and it just changes everything. You know, it builds you up to a whole different character of a person. You know, and that's what I'm hoping they do this year with some of these guys. You know, none of this patting them on the back. Oh, you'll be okay. Fuck you. Get the hell back in the huddle and shut up. You know, I don't care how long you've been here. You've been here 8 years. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't grab face masks and take chin straps off. I don't know if your coach ever did this, but our coach always carried an extra chin strap.
No, now that you said that word, now I know I can get a bit more live. But no, big respect for y'all occupation state. All of y'all have served up. I know times have changed and 2020 came. A lot of people stay in the houses and do different things, different ways, you know, sensitive to this or that. Like, no, bro, if you want to win, you win on the trenches. So the way you win in the trenches is you go all in. And anybody that's not training people to go all in the trenches is well, I mean, we're in for a long season again, or whatever team. In this case, it's our team, and I think the Raiders is, you know, trending towards a level up. I mean, there ain't too much of a ground for us to go to, a floor. You know, when people talk about floors and ceilings, there's no lower floor than where the Raiders are at currently. So
technically, we're underground.
On the you know,
Right.
on the way up, it should be all right. If people have high expectations and they get their damn bubble busted, well then shit, that's basically on you and your expectations.
Yep. I appreciate you calling back in, man. But thanks for the follow up on that phone call, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for your service,
man.
too.
Big shout out to the military personnel out there that Raider up,
Yes, sir.
the firefighters, the police,
Salute the troops, baby.
Yeah, big shout out to all them folks out there.
Especially what might be going on soon too in Iran. So we'll see.
Bro, don't get me started.
Yeah, no, it's a different conversation on a different type of show, not this one though.
yeah, I got you.
All right, brother. Take care. Have a good night.
All right, peace be with y'all.
Later, man. Everybody, don't forget phone number is 401-830-9189.
Call now with your complaints, your takes. Make them hot. Make them count.
Yes, sir. Let's see. I saw Jack Kenna pop in here. Gregory Stevens popped in. I saw Demenis. So Gregory says, so have we decided that keeping Crosby will set the rebuild back? Oh, I think that's a huge thing if we keep him. It doesn't. It sets it back. But we'll see. Who knows? It may still happen. You don't know at this point. I mean, there'll be a lot of talking going on this weekend or this week coming up with everybody being at the combine. You know, I'm sure that will be.
The deals are being made.
Yep. A good offensive lineman is worth more than a pass rusher. Offensive line is every down, helps pass and rush. Absolutely. Because how often do you swap out offensive linemen on a series or on a drive?
You don't.
You
Unless
don't.
they're hurt.
It's the same. Yeah, unless they're hurt, it's the same 5. On the defense, those guys are swapping in and out. They're running different kind of stunts and slants and all the other crap. Blah blah blah.
You might bring a 6th lineman in for a quasi tight end, tight end play. A little extra run support.
Sack time, Mike. Jack Kenny, you should call in. Yeah, you got a time limit though, Jack. Because I know how long I can be on the phone with him when he calls me.
Is he worse than me on the phone?
Jack? Huh?
Is he worse than me on the phone?
Let's put it this way. I had a 5-hour-long phone call conversation with him one night.
Oh, God. Just imagine if you got paid by the hour on that one.
Luckily, it was nice out. It was like later in the summer, and I was sitting outside. I didn't have to sit here the whole time. I sat out there, and I must have smoked like about 8 cigarettes in that phone call with him.
How many times was Jim Otto mentioned in that phone conversation?
Probably like 8 or 9.
Yeah. All right. Hey, so everybody in the chat earlier, we talked about this is non-football related. It has to do with a hot dog. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I looked it up. By definition, technically, it is not a sandwich because the 2 pieces of bread are connected. As stated by the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, the core debate hinges on the bun's structure. It'd be more like a taco than a sandwich. Little tidbit there. As Bueno reaches into his refrigerator to get some hot dogs out. That's what I had for dinner tonight, too, by the way, is hot dogs.
Really?
Sorry about that. That was a quick one. Is the phone number in the description? I didn't even check.
Yeah, it should be. Let me double check. Good question.
Yeah. Oh, you can just cut and paste it into.
Yes, it is. It is down there. And I just put it in my chat. I got it pinned at the top of my chat. I just put a poll up on my channel. And it said the question is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes, no, and the third option is what the fuck is a hot dog made of?
That's a classic.
5 hours. I can't even talk to myself for that long without getting sick of my own voice in my head.
Poor Jack.
Bacon. Oh my God, what the hell's wrong with me? I just call bacon bacon. Wow.
It's been a long day, huh? It was that 15-hour nap you had today.
3-hour nap.
Yeah.
3-hour nap.
Yeah.
Somebody said that Rorschach and I saw that earlier. Rorschach and Bueno should do their own show on YouTube. Dude, that would be comedy gold. Those two, I think.
Oh, I would.
As long as
pay that subscription.
As long as Bueno puts a green screen up behind him with the actual image of his fridge, or he does it from in front of his fridge, that would be even better. Actually, it'd be even fun. Not only that, but if he puts his fridge only on the screen and it's like his fridge. You're on Raider Nation with Jeff and Jason.
Hey, just calling about Max Crosby, man. Where's he gonna end up, you think?
Anywhere that we're willing to send him to, that's going to give us the best return for our money.
Chicago, probably. Then you thinking, or
it's possible. I mean, anything. Possibilities are endless, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he does not have a no trade clause, so he has no control on where he goes. If they want to ask him just out of being nice to him, where he would prefer, doesn't necessarily mean that would be the place we would send him. I think it comes down to who gives us the most in return for him. I mean, that's what a smart team would do. You know, you got to take the emotional level out of it, is my feeling.
Okay.
Let me guess,
And
you a Bears fan?
I'm not. I'm kind of in between, but yeah, I think it makes most sense going to the Bears. But I guess too, my other question was going to be, do you think Raiders gonna trade away the number 1 pick for more draft capital or no?
I don't think we are. As much as I
you
want,
taking Mendoza most likely?
yeah, as much as I want them to, I don't think we're gonna trade it. I don't see us passing up on him. Again, if we take him, I'm fine with it. I'll stand behind him. I'll support him. I just think it's crazy if we don't trade it out because of how much, you know, how many needs we need on this team, like how many holes we have to fill. But I mean, everybody consensus is he's the number 1 pick. And again, I say he's only the number 1 pick. It's because we're picking first. If it was somebody else picking first, other than us or the Jets, it wouldn't be him as the consensus number 1 overall. I think it would either be Reese, it would be Bain, could maybe it'd be Downs, who knows? You know, I highly doubt it would be him as the number 1, but I think it would be one of those other 2 guys as the BPA at number 1.
Caleb Downs' draft value is based on his position.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, no problem.
Hot dog a sandwich.
Oh God, I love that. This is what I like about doing the phone calls. You don't know what you're getting, first of all.
No, you don't.
You know, so you don't know if it's an actual Raider fan calling in, if they're gonna have a serious take, or like this guy here. If he's I think he's a Chicago fan, is what it sounds like. He had a legit question at the start, you know, and then he ends it the way he ends it. I find that hilarious. I have no problem with shit like that. You know? As long as nobody comes in slandering people and, you know, being a dick, then that's fine. But that was a good one. Not Chicago, though. It'll be Mac flashbacks.
I've looked up this Chicago. That Chicago is not out of the realm. I'm not gonna push a rumor or anything like that, but just kind of from my own standpoint, it would make sense for them to do it because of the way their window is and how their team is already constructed. That it would make a lot of sense to just adding a pass rusher like that, or we say pass rusher, but he's more of an influential outside defensive end. He's more. I would categorize him more as an influential type defender than a pass rusher, because when you say pass rusher, you're looking at sacks, right? You're thinking sacks, and he doesn't necessarily make sacks, but he influences the play, whether it's a run play, downfield, chasing balls down the field and making tackles where half the team is not wanting to tackle him, but Max will run the guy down from behind and tackle him. But also too, sometimes Max, I'm a little upset with his ad-libbing that he's done the last couple years and taking himself out of plays because he's trying to ad-lib. I'd like to see him more stick to the schematic of what they're doing. If they're running
I would also like to see him adjust his rush a little bit more, where he's not always swinging so far out wide. You know, leave it where you can cut back on the inside, because every time he swings out wide, the tackle goes with him. And now there's this huge opening between the tackle and the guard that if the QB sees it and the QB's got any type of athleticism, off he goes, and Max ain't going to catch him at that point.
And Patrick Mahomes knows that. They intentionally set him up with that play.
Yeah, he does it all the time.
Yeah, invite him upfield like he's going to get, and then Patrick just steps up and then darts outside, and now he's got.
He either runs it or he'll just do that underhand toss bullshit, or he'll just do a quick dump off.
Yeah, so if you watch, they'll actually intentionally call that play, and the intent of that play in the first half is to get the linebackers and the secondary to think that he's going to run, and he'll run for like 12, 13 yards and get a first down. The next time they run that play is he's going to invite he does just like Steph Curry does with his dribble. Invite the defender up and then throw it over their head on the next time he does it. And it's always somewhere late in that third round when third quarter, early fourth quarter when they'll do it again, and it's just like, dude, don't come up so fast. Somebody get on Kelsey. He's gonna throw it to. He's gonna invite you upfield, and Kelsey's gonna be standing in the middle of the field, kicking his nose, and the ball come to him.
So Rorschach says, "Listen here, son. Excuse me. Yes, I'm 50 years old, but what old man actually took a nap today? I know it wasn't me. Yeah, it was me.
I took a nap.
First of all, it wasn't sunny out today. Okay, it's been cloudy and dreary. It's been snowing on and off all day, then freezing rain. So it was just a perfect opportunity. I was falling asleep sitting here early this afternoon. So I'm like, I'm nodding off. You know, I've obviously got health issues on top of that. So it's like, I'm going to go lay down. I dropped down on the couch on the recliner, went relaxed, reclined all the way back. Boom, out for 3 hours. So it was beautiful.
You know what I did?
And by the way,
go
ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish. You're run.
Just real quick. I have to go out tomorrow with the wife. But then once we get home tomorrow, we're probably going to be stuck at the house probably for the next 2 days plus. I don't know if anybody that's on the West Coast has seen what the weather's supposed to be like for us here in the Northeast over the weekend, starting tomorrow late afternoon. But yeah, we're going to get dumped with like about 2 feet plus of snow this weekend. Late tomorrow afternoon, rolling straight through into Monday sometime. So they're talking heavy winds, like extremely high winds. So they're predicting tons of power outages. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun around here.
Yeah.
But I'm on battery backup from the solar. So
no, what I did today was I
Snowboards up.
actually pulled my car out of the garage, wiped it down real good with some detailer, and took it for about a 10-mile drive just to blow some of that petro out. Now, I can still smell it in my clothes, but man, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
1971 Chevelle Super Sport, 434, all 650 horsepower pounding under the hood, pulling up to stoplights and people plugging their ears. Oh, it was great. Sweatbands, bro. No.
Just over in front of that bullet for me.
Cochino.
Jeff, it was young ass. I'm not bueno who took a nap. Like an old man. Oh, that's right. He did say that. That's right. I forgot he said that when he first got on that he took a nap. Oh, James Furpo's in the house. What's up, James Furpo? I've never seen snow like yeah. I mean, I can package it up, throw some dry ice in it, and ship it off to you, Jack. Send me your address. I'll gladly send you some.
Jack is only an hour away from snow. He's only where Jack lives. He's 2.5 hours from Tahoe, where they just had that massive blizzard that killed those 8 skiers.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's horrible. Did they find the 9th one?
I don't know.
If they haven't found that 9th person by now, they're probably not.
No, they'll find them.
Well, just like I don't know what the hell's going on with that Guthrie case down in Arizona. That's
taking some weird turns, my friend.
Yeah. So I don't get it. I get lots of snow here. Yeah, that's not the kind of snow we're talking about, Bueno. I'm not talking about this.
A baggie at a time.
Yeah. Give me a dime bag.
No.
Well, we got time for one more phone call before we hit the 2-hour mark. If anyone wants to call in, be the last call for the night.
Yeah.
401-830-9189.
Somebody new. Have a little buzz down there. Bring it up, man. Come on.
5, 6, 7. Oh, wrong. Well, 1, 2.
So next week coming up, we have this next week in football land. We have the Underwear Olympics that people will be participating in. One of the questions is Fernando's not going to be throwing. He's not going to be throwing at the combine. Now, I personally think it's up to the player whether they throw at the combine or not.
We have a phone call. You're on Raider Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason. State your name.
Rorschach's Journal, February 21st, 2026. A comedian died tonight because he heard of one of Bueno's jokes. I had to roast that fool because I saw him calling me in the chat. Listen here, son. I didn't take a 3-hour nap after I came home from work. And I'm not in your head. Don't ever put me in your head. Oh. I just called to say, you guys doing a good job. I had to roast that guy. Every time he tries to come at me, it's flame on. That guy buys sunscreen because he always gets burned when I come at him. So, but you guys have a good night. I thought I'd come in and just throw that out there. I know he's watching. But
Oh yeah, he's laughing in the chat. Yeah, you can see
I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah. So I had to do that for him, and hey, everybody in the chat has been excellent.
Hey, ask Rorschach if he's heard of
yesterday.
Hold on, Jason's got a question for you. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay.
Ask him if he's heard anything from Rosetown Native. I haven't seen or heard from him lately.
Oh, you know what? That's a good question, dude. Have you heard anything from Rosetown Native? I haven't seen him in a while either.
No, I haven't.
Has anybody seen him in any other chats? Man, that's a good call. I just.
If anybody in the chat has him on IG
no,
or Twitter,
I know
reach out to
sometimes
him.
he's on your channel with Sacktown, but I know I haven't seen him lately. Maybe he's working. I don't know. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for him. You know,
Got an all boys bulletin.
You know, because sometimes I haven't seen people in some chats, and I'm like, hey, like Dixon, I haven't seen him for a minute.
Oh, he's been on.
Yeah, I saw him.
Bueno said he'll text Rosetown. He's got his number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that way we can find out how he's doing that. But no, I just came on to roast my brother.
That's a good bring up, though. I appreciate that. You know what? I haven't seen him in any of my chats in a while.
Yeah.
Billy Davis too. You're right. I haven't seen Billy Davis for a while
Seen
either.
Billy Davis in a while.
Yeah. No, I think I've seen him on Graph not maybe a week ago.
Okay.
But yeah, it gets, you know, everybody sometimes can't come on. I was just watching. I saw him roasting me, and I'm like, nah, dude, I'm gonna have the last word, so I'll come on. And I got, as long as I get you guys to laugh, that's all. It's all in fun, you know. Again, I have Bueno's number. I text him back and forth. You know, so I saw him trying to, you know, tell me, but you know, some stuff. I said, nah, I'm gonna come out here and completely close the door on that guy and let him sleep.
Well, you know what is
tonight.
And I'm glad you brought up the Rosetown thing, because you know that's kind of what happened with like Gord Peterson.
Yeah,
you know,
just all of a sudden
for the longest time, he was always around, and all of a sudden, you know, he just kind of dropped off, and nobody knew what was going on. And then finally, Gord's wife reached out to Ben, and that's how everybody found. He found out when Afakasi was here that night. The night that he met Afakasi in L.A. is when Ben found out, because I remember Afakasi telling me that.
Was it Ben or Aunt Six that knew about it?
Yeah, I don't know.
One of them did. They found out that night.
Damn.
And that had happened, that he had passed.
No. But there's one guy we don't want you guys to look for, and it starts with the
one
P.
last thing before I leave. Tell Jason not to be mad that I won the contest from Chewy. I just like to make fun of that, because ever since Chewy went has his own show, I've been on it since day one, and he automatically made me a mod, and I'm like, well, thank you. You know, I know it's normally earned, but I've been on his channel, so I just play with that stuff, and you know, it's all in fun, man. And whoever wins. It doesn't matter. But I just like, you know, I just put it in there just to ultimately because he's a young kid. But you know, just like I said, it's all in fun, just to make people laugh. You know, kind of forget about all the stress and worries, because that's what we got. You know, we come on this show just to, you know, laugh, and laughter is the best medicine, man.
Yep,
it is. And
well, that's kind of like
to get away.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I think this show's turned into on Saturday nights. It's like, yeah, we can have serious Raider talk, but we can also have fun too. You know, we
Yeah.
with all the bullshit this team and fans have been through for the last year and a half to 2 years, you know, it's
Oh,
to have a place to come on and vent and be goofy.
yeah. And then, yeah,
And
and be
within
little just,
reason being
yeah.
goofy.
Yeah.
Laughing, living,
But
loving,
hey,
or
it's been a
leaving.
lot longer for us. But again, have a good night, fellas. I know you're going to be coming off pretty soon.
Yep.
And good night, Bueno, even though you suck. I found out. Oh, also one more thing. I did a little bit of my Rorschach detective work, and I found out that his AI fridge was writing all his jokes.
Oh, that's why they're so bad then.
Yeah, so I don't feel bad. All right, well, have a good night, fellas, and we'll talk
Later,
soon.
Rorschach. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
What's
You
up,
too,
Chris?
brother.
Welcome in,
Bye.
Chris.
What's up, Chris? Protect the shield. What's up, my guy?
Yeah,
You missed 805 was in here earlier too.
yeah. Chris was here, heard me talking about him on my show earlier today. If it wasn't for Chris's severe 805, would be 805. Just 805.
The war room would be
he needs
the
those
room.
too. He needs those.
Yeah,
too.
the war room would just be the room.
The room. The room. It wouldn't even be a war. It'd just be the room.
Well, that's what I like about that show too, because they're not just three guys sitting up there agreeing with each other the whole time. You know, everybody's got different takes and everything. It's the same thing with me and Nate and Jay and Leo on Wednesday nights. It's like, if for some reason this year 3 of us are on the same page and Jay's kind of on his own with the Mendoza thing. You know, so it's like that. Usually it's me against the 3 of them. Usually I have the weird, you know, outtakes, and that's why when they started talking, you know, once the whole Mendoza thing started really starting to grab some traction, and they were both on the same path as me, I was like, God damn! I'm like, okay, at least I'm not going into this one alone. Last year I was on an island by myself. Last year, you know.
Yeah.
It's all fun until Jason trades you. Yeah. Oh, Chris didn't hear what you said about him earlier, I guess, on your
I
show.
was earlier. Nothing bad. Just earlier on our show, we were talking about some of our favorite content creators and whatnot, and the really down to earth home ones that you really want to look at is, you know, the Raider War Room, Real Talk, Raider Nation, you know. And then of course I had to throw in the 401 Raider Jeff because of the company line. I didn't want to get in trouble with the boss, so had to kind of pip that out a little bit. But no, with Chris and Severe, Severe's funny, man. He gets a rant going. It's like, oh my god, should I call a crisis worker now for him or no? It's like he's gonna go. He's going. His face is red and he's, you know. But no,
What's up, Coach?
all three of those guys are awesome, man. And then, but yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, 805. I'm not trading you. Sorry.
There's a guy I watch called Raiders versus the World. Have I seen that? That can't. That's not Raiders against the World, right? That's not Raw Nation.
That's Raw Nation.
No, it's Raiders versus the World. I think it's a different channel. Because if it's Raw Nation, then that's my guy Mike.
Yeah. And there's some other
I
good.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hey, what time do you want to get out of here? Do you want to stay on a little longer, or?
You know, I usually have a 2-hour. When I turn in my husband token at night, it's 2 hours. But I mean, another half hour ain't gonna hurt. I could deal with that later. Like,
okay.
All right.
So the
better
phone
to
lines
ask
are
for
still open.
Better to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because you won't get the permission.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the phone lines are still open then, 401-830-9189. So if you want to call in and talk to us, by all means, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Meatball subs are the same as hot dogs. So a hot dog is see? You're not, you know what? You're absolutely right on that one. I agree, Coach.
You know, that's the way goal. And the different variations of hot dogs, you know, I could see that.
So right now, 16 votes. It's been up for 22 minutes. So we got 31% say yes, it's a sandwich. 50% say no. and 19% ask, "What the fuck is a hot dog made of?" Soto has that show. Oh, Raiders Against the World. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't watched any of it. Oh, there you go, Jason. Chris gave you an idea. Rubber feet, Jason. That will get you another 30 minutes.
She's having some sinus problems, and then we got another Disney trip coming up.
He has another show called The Autumn Windbags. Okay, that sounds like it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Did Arnie ask a question? Yes, he did. I forgot that I skipped right over it. What is your confidence level with Kubiak in charge of our offense, Leonard in charge of our defense? I'll let you go first.
Oh, you're going to throw it on me, huh? Level of confidence, I'm about a 9.8 with Kubiak running our offense. I think he's one of the more premier play callers in the league, as exemplified in the recent Super Bowl and the run that led up to it, including the previous 2 or 3 years at his previousness. Now, we got to remember, he didn't get fired from the Saints. He wasn't fired. The head coach was fired, which emptied the rest of the staff. So it wasn't because of him. With Leonard in charge, that's one of those TBA. Can we just go TBA on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I could agree with that one. For me, Kubiak, I'm pretty much in the same grade area you are. Anything's better than what we had the last couple of years. I think he's a tier above both of them, way above both of them. As much as what Pete Carroll's accomplished in his career, he definitely lost a step last season. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Nepotism.
That's not the same Pete Carroll I remember when he was with Seattle. It was nothing like that.
He let nepotism get the best of him.
Yeah. I think you're right there too. As far as Leonard, yeah, we know he's a good defensive line coach.
Mm-hmm. He's a good linebacker coach.
How that translates over into him being the DC remains to be seen. Also remains to be seen what we give him for talent to work with too. That's another big thing. Because now he's not in charge of just the line. He's got to worry about the corners, the safeties, the linebackers, which we're going to be super weak at. What's he going to do if for some reason Max is traded away? Now he's got to really go back to the drawing board and come up with something that's, he's got to offset that void. That's not going to be an easy task. If we do end up trading Max and we don't get somebody in there that's even close to his caliber of talent, we're not doing him any favors as a first-time DC. That's one thing you got to look at. He's going to have a tough job right from the get-go if he doesn't have a guy like Max there. Having Max there will take a lot of pressure off of him, because as long as Max stays healthy, that makes his job a little bit easier. But if Max isn't there, he's got to come up with options for the two end spots. Like, who's he going to put opposite of, say it's Snowden we keep out of him and Kuntz? Who's he going to put opposite Snowden? What's the deal with Tyree? Are we cutting ties with him? Are we keeping him? So many questions with that defense. There's so many questions with so many positions on this team, period. So it's going to be interesting.
Rome wasn't built in a day, my friend.
Absolutely not. And that's why fans that are looking for instant gratification this season, talking playoff wins and making the playoff, stop that. Stop it.
You'll get to Arnie's question here in a minute, but he's got a good one that's going to probably run hot. Let's run this one hot. We running hot with this one?
Yeah. What would you do with Geno Smith this season? Cut, trade, or mentor?
Addition by subtraction, folks. Addition by subtraction. You cut him, going to cost you some money. Oh, well. But the last thing I want that man doing is being anywhere near a young, promising quarterback. And I say promising. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I'm pretty sure the kid's smart enough to realize who to trust and who not to trust when he's taking advice from. Gino is not a mentor. He's a mentee, not a mentor. He needs to be mentored, even at 34 years of age. So we can just forget that altogether. If we're keeping Gino, is probably because we did the Jeff thing and traded back and got some more picks, and we're just going to run it with Gino and hope for the best, which good luck.
And wait for next year. Wait for next draft.
What if next year we don't get a position where we can get a quarterback?
Oh, we're going to be in position. Trust me. I can't see us not.
There were supposed to be 4 top picks in this quarterback class going into this year. Fernando was the 4th.
Yeah, Moore was one of them. He went back. Who's the others?
Aller, Nussmeier.
Oh, they all fell off.
Aller would have been a top 10 pick last year had he come out.
For me, with this question, I'm not cutting him. I'll try and trade him. I don't want to take the salary cap hit. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to if we trade him.
We can't afford to lose money. I'm telling you, we can't afford to lose draft picks, and we can't afford to lose money. We need every penny we can get.
We'd probably get a 6th-round pick, and we'd have.
I don't care what we get for him. We unload that contract. Not our problem anymore.
We'd have to give up. We'd have to give up some cash on the trade.
Why?
Because the way his contract's structured.
We're taking the 6th or 7th round pick. We shouldn't have to give up shit. Well, if it's cash that doesn't come off our salary cap, then who cares? If we're just paying cash, that's coming out of Mark's money.
It helps the team that takes on his contract.
Yeah, but that's coming out of Mark Davis, not coming off our cap.
Whatever. Either way, however it works.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. But
it sucks. We trade a 3rd round for him, and then we turn around and flip him for a 6th-round pick, and in a year. You're right. I think it'd be better to either keep him or cut him.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. So you cut him. That's gonna be dead cap space of what, 18 mil. Now, the big talk is bringing in Kirk Cousins. So if you bring Kirk Cousins in, it's going to be about 30 mil for him because that's the going rate. It's not like it's an astronomical amount. That's the going rate. It's going to be around that money. So again, I've been saying this all week long. So there's 30 mil right there this season. Now you want to put all your money you can at Linderbaum if that's who you really want to target as your number 1 overall free agent grab that you're going for, and he's in that 20 million range. There's 50 mil between those two guys. That's half your salary cap budget. And you got a bunch of guys that you want to either re-sign or don't care about, and a lot of guys that you're going to want to bring in for free agency. So you're taking an 18 million dead cap space hit on Gino if you cut him. Okay. Whereas if you trade him away, you don't have that. And now you got a little bit more money that you don't have to lose.
How about we do this? How about we keep him? We restructure his contract to give him more guaranteed money to flex back into our salary cap this year.
For who? For Gino?
Yeah. We just keep him.
Yeah, I mean, you could just renegotiate his contract for the 1 year.
You open it up.
Guaranteed money doesn't come off the cap.
Well, not till next year.
Yeah, but bonus, you do it as a signing bonus. That comes from Mark also. Signing bonuses come from the owner. They don't come off the cap balance.
How about we trade him to the 49ers straight across for Mac Jones?
How about we trade him for a bag of fucking Fritos and I'd be happy? I don't give a shit.
And a hot dog sandwich. I want a hot dog sandwich.
You're on Raider Nation Voices with Jeff and Jason. How you help? What's your name?
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Who is this?
This is Arnie.
Hey, Arnie. What's going on, brother?
Just getting that Raider therapy for the night.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have Arnie Gosman on the line with us right now.
Yep. Yeah, I feel that Gino, I totally agree with JD. I think he's going to be a deterrent on our team. I think we just got to start from scratch. I think it's just going to be all Kubiak's guys. maybe some guys stay on our roster, but most of it's going to be his people coming in. And I just think you got to start fresh. Everybody, new coaches, new everything, but seems like he pretty much built a pretty good staff in my opinion. I don't know how you and JD feel about his staff that he brought up.
No, we're both on board with it. I think the only one that's probably kind of got a little bit of a question mark, in my opinion, is Leonard.
Yeah,
that's the biggest sticking point I have. And like I said a few minutes ago, it's a bigger sticking point depending on the Max situation too. If we unload Max and we don't bring in somebody that's close to his caliber, you know what I mean? He's going to have a tough time as his first stint as a defensive coordinator without that talent level of a player. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying Max isn't talented, let's get rid of him. I'm saying Max is that talented that we can unload him for something that we can add to the roster even more pieces to this puzzle. So you take that weapon away from him, he has to adjust his defense now even more. He has to be extremely creative.
Yes. I think too, Spytech, I think did that on purpose with the Leonard thing. I think it is to keep Max happy. I think it's to keep most of the defense happy, and mostly Max. So I think the Leonard promotion to defensive coordinator is because of Max. Is that something that you and JD feel?
Jason, what do you feel? You won't be able to hear him, so I'll relay for him once he's done.
You and I both know. You and I both are hoping that's not the case.
Exactly.
I'm hoping that it's the previous relationship Kubiak had with Leonard in Baltimore that is the reason why that decision was made.
Okay. So basically what Jason's saying is he's hoping that that's not the reason, but he's hoping that it's more of the relationship that Kubiak had with Leonard when they were together in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Not with the sole purpose of so we can keep Max or keep Max happy by, hiring his defensive line coach that he respects. Obviously, they've got a good relationship. I get that.
Yeah.
I hope so too. I hope that's not the whole reason, because if that's the reason, then we didn't do our team any justice by hiring a guy just to appease one player. I mean, I'm sure he's got the support of all the defensive linemen. I can't imagine that, because I've never heard anybody else say anything negative about him from the line. Nobody's talked ill of him. At least it's not out there in the public, But if it meant that we settled on him instead of going for someone that might be a little bit more seasoned, will that come back to bite us in the ass? Could be. Everything gets leaked at some point. Whereas if that's the true reason, it's going to be said somewhere along the line that's Rye,
Yeah, but my opinion, like Leonard, I think is we need a youth movement. I mean, the Raiders, we've always done all these retreads. We've done all these old coaches, brought them in and tried to make it Seattle or try to make it New England. Yeah. And we got to start our own directory. We got to get our new blood in there, our new offense, new defense, and just bring everybody in to start new.
No, I mean, because that's the level we're at right now. It's a complete rebuild. This is no
and then I think Pete did a lot of sabotage last year, right?
Oh yeah,
I really believe that he was in denial on our talent on our team.
Right, and I agree with that 100%. I mean, it was told you it was obvious to me after that first preseason game, because he lost me after that game. That in his press conference that I dialed out after that on him. I was done with him.
The Chargers Monday night.
What
game,
he did too with Graham's defense too. He kind of changed everything. That didn't look like Graham's defense from the year before.
Yeah, I don't think I really don't think that was Graham's last year. I don't know how much of a say he had in it, to be honest with you. I'm wondering if Patrick Graham was just a figurehead last year. I don't know.
Well, one of the things that he did too, Jeff, is he made Graham come out of the booth and get down on the sideline.
And then Pete also with not developing any of our rookies or even putting them in the game. That was a big deterrent on our draft class.
Yeah, especially waiting that long and late in the season before we even gave these guys a legit shot. You know, what I saw for talent and the ability or the skill level of Caleb Rogers when he first got out there, that was the first thing I looked at when I saw that. I'm like, someone tell me why he wasn't playing sooner. Because he looked natural out there, like he looked comfortable. Let's put it that way. You know, it just his overall presence out there. He looked like he had that confidence in him. You know, that was my take on what I saw his first time getting out there, especially his first time when he got out there and actually started. You know, he looked better than I thought based on everything that they were talking about, how he's not ready. He's not ready. I'm like, if that's not ready, then why the hell wasn't he playing way sooner? He should have been playing before the bye week. And I predicted he'd be playing by the bye week or at least come starting after the bye week last year. And I was way off because he didn't start until what, 5 games left in the season, 6 games, you know? So
and then after we started losing too, Jeff. I mean, he put Lockett in there. I mean, we signed Lockett. Just
that was
Betts and put Thornton in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Thornton had his own personal issues with not being able to catch the ball. But again, how much of that was also Geno? You know, not being able to put the ball where he needed to. You know, Thornton, you can't sit there and say Thornton didn't get playing time. All right, because he definitely got time out there. He got more time as the 4th round pick than our own number 2, our 2nd round pick in Betch. You know, Betch was out there and only had 20 passes thrown his way. You know, Betch didn't get the play time. You know, and I think Betch was a definite better player on the field overall than Thornton, and he got less play time out there. You know.
How do you feel about Bowers playing wide receiver and going like X and Y positions instead of doing the traditional tight end and let Mayer be tight end?
Jason
says
be
on the field every down.
Yeah, Jason said he could play anywhere, and I agree with that too. I think he can play anywhere. He's that talented. You know.
Yeah,
he's definitely the safety valve. There's no two ways about it. You know, no matter who the quarterback is.
Georgia used to line him up as an X or a Y.
He's going to be our star receiver, and I don't think we need a number 1. He is the number 1.
He's our number 1 passing option. Is our number 1 receiving option. Go ahead, Jason.
We and you already know what I'm going with this. We do need a number 1 receiver, but not the number 1.
Is there any wide receivers that you and JD like in free agency?
I like Mike Evans. Jason, who do you like as a wide receiver in free agency?
I like Mike Evans, but I think Alex Pierce wouldn't be a bad deal, and maybe even a Jawan Jennings. If Jawan Jennings hits the open market, I see Jack Kenna coming in with Rashid.
Rashid's not a number 1 though.
He's not a number 1. He's a trick pony. He's a specialty trick pony.
Yeah. The reason I say Mike Evans is because of his experience level. You know, coming in with an extremely young wide receiver core, they need somebody of his stature that can come in and help give these guys some guidance as the wide, that senior wide receiver. You know, and it's not like he's had bad years here and there. The guy's been consistent his entire career. Yeah, he might have had some injury issues here and there, but he's still one of the better wide receivers out there. I mean, and again, you're kind of doing this for the experience level of it rubbing off on some of these younger players too. You know, like Pickens, I want no part of. Number 1, because of the cost of the contract, and I don't want any potential headaches, locker room issues, shit like that. We don't need that with such a young team that we're going to have.
Real quick, Jeff. The guy we just hired as our
Tyree Wilson. What should we do with him? Is this final year and that's it for him?
I don't. Hold on. Jason was saying something. What ahead, Jason?
The wide receiver coach that we just hired from Pittsburgh will not let us go get George Pickens. That was oil and water.
I forget that's where he came from too. Yeah, he basically just said the wide receiver coach we just brought in, which is from Pittsburgh, he's not going to want Pickens either. So I forgot about him being from Pittsburgh.
he's got a good point because anybody from Pittsburgh is not going to want Pickens.
So 805 said in the chat, he goes, the way Kubiak used JSN, don't be surprised if we address O-line and free agency and take a wide receiver one early in the draft.
All right, 805, who would you take as number
There's
one?
a lot of good wide receivers in this draft.
There's some good ones, definitely.
There is.
A lot of Indiana Hoosiers.
I knew you were going to say that too. I knew you were going to say that because every online draft I've seen, like mock drafts, especially on Facebook of Raider fans putting up, the majority of them are taking Fernando, and then they're coming back with Surratt as their second pick or their second round pick. And I keep saying the same thing to all of them. I said, well, I said, what is it with all you Raider fans? You keep making mistakes at number one pick. You keep picking this quarterback kid from Indiana, so I can just bust their balls. I just have fun with it. Although, like, oh, can you grade this? And I'm like, yeah, you get an F for failure because you drafted Mendoza. That's your problem. Just do it to have fun at this point. I just love pissing people off sometimes. It's fun.
Sometimes you piss
You're
yourself
pressing the
off.
buttons, Jeff. You're pressing the buttons.
Yeah, I love pressing the button sometimes. It's fun. It keeps it alive, man. But what I say on my shows, though, I mean what I say as far as the trading back and not taking Mendoza. And again, and it's not because of Mendoza's talent. It's just because of what the needs are for this team are so great. The needs outweigh the need. Like the needs for this roster positions outweighs the need to grab a quarterback in that first pick. That's where I'm coming from.
But if we address
the only thing in pretty much the last 10 drafts, you're really looking at, top 3 picks is your best quarterbacks. I mean, when are we going to get back in that thing? I don't know. We might be stuck in limbo, which is 10 and below on our draft picks the next couple of years. So,
and that's where we don't want to be.
Yeah, and exactly like Jason just said, that's where we don't want to be. It's funny because earlier in the night, somebody asked the question about, I think it was Bueno, looking back at the number one overalls for the last few years, what position was taken and how many defensive ends or something, or defensive players versus QBs. And most of them are QBs, but if you look at these number one, and these are number one overalls, none of them jump out to me as like a superstar and what they've done for their team since they've been picked at number one. Not one of them has gone on to win a Super Bowl. Not a single one of these quarterbacks. None of them. No, and out of all of them, only one's played in the Super Bowl.
But almost all of them did make the playoffs. So I mean, we want to just get into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, they get into the playoffs consistently, but they can't get to that next level where they're in the championship game every year and they're in the Super Bowl. Out of all of them, there's only one guy. So from 2012 to now, there's only been one quarterback that's been taken in the first overall that's made it to a Super Bowl, and that's Jared Goff. All these other quarterbacks, some of them haven't even sniffed playoffs.
Well, Matthew Stafford was a first-round draft pick, first pick in the draft too. So
yeah, but that was in 2009. I'm talking
first.
Yeah, I'm talking from 2012 on, because 2011 was Cam Newton. So I'm trying to keep it within X amount of years.
Yeah.
So 2012.
I think everybody, if you look at success in the NFL, you have to have a first-round draft quarterback. I mean, everybody else that doesn't have one are very rare. Like, not every team has a Purdy. Everybody else has first-round draft picks that are their quarterbacks. I'm not saying first pick in the draft, but anywhere in the first round, they're starting for that team.
No, and
otherwise you got nothing but backups and retreads.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the question was asked, out of all those number one overall quarterbacks that were taken during that time frame, how many of them have been that top guy? None of them have even been like the number one overall as far as stat lines, other than Joe Burrow. Out of all of them, Patrick Mahomes has been the top dog for how many years out of that list of guys, and he wasn't even a number one consensus overall pick. So there's one guy. Drake May wasn't the number one overall pick, took him to the Super Bowl.
Daniels
Bo Nix wasn't not Bo Nix. Sam Bradford was Sam Darnold wasn't the number 1 overall QB picked.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was the third pick.
I'm looking at the list of all the actual number 1.
Yeah, he was the third pick.
So again, another one that wasn't the number 1 overall pick took a team to a Super Bowl and won. You know, a lot of these guys that have played quarterback in the Super Bowl were not consensus number 1. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl a year ago. Wasn't the number 1 overall draft pick that year. You know, Patrick Mahomes, again, wasn't the number 1 overall draft pick that year. You know, he's another one that's gone and won a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts has gone and won a Super Bowl. Tom Brady won how many Super Bowls, and he wasn't even in the first round, let alone the number 1 overall. He was drafted in the 6th round. You know, so a lot. You look at this list of all these great quarterbacks, and none of them have taken a team to the Super Bowl except for Jared Goff, and that was with the Rams, and he didn't even win it. You know, I'll read the list off again because some of you guys have come in since we've discussed it.
But if you read all those number ones, they did take their teams to the playoffs at least.
Yeah, but what good is that
Most
if they
of
only take you to the playoffs? You want to see them excel,
Well,
and
we-
some of
we
them
haven't-
may have only gone to the playoffs once and then haven't touched them since. So just real quick, I'm going to run through the names. So you got Andrew Luck, Jameson Winston, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow. Yes, made it to a Super Bowl but lost. All right, so there's 2 on here. Joe Burrow, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Cam Ward. None of these guys have done anything other than make it to a Super Bowl and lost. And when was Joe Burrow hasn't made the playoffs in how long now?
But out of all those quarterbacks, would you want any of those quarterbacks or Geno Smith starting for you?
Oh, out of any one of those, I would definitely take Joe Burrow if you gave him an offensive line to protect.
No,
his
I mean
ass and a
any
decent-
one of those, like
Any
even
of
Brian, even Young. I would take Young instead of Geno Smith. I would take Lawrence instead of Geno Smith.
I'd take Kyler Murray over Geno Smith.
I would take any one of them over Geno Smith. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't go with Geno Smith next season. We just can't. Not with Flambase, Kubiak's not going to want it, and he might not start. It might be AOC. You're right. You know, he might go a couple games, but we need some kind of hope, and we need a quarterback, and he's the only quarterback first round talent.
What's up, Hits Boy? Some other
Simpson
people.
is going to the 2nd round, or somebody going to get needy and get him in the bottom of the first round.
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go somewhere in the first round. He'll be picked up. I can see Pittsburgh taking him.
So I think we just have to embrace it as a fan base. We got to support him. We got to embrace him. He is going to be the Raider, and he's going to be the face of our franchise.
I hope so. Yeah.
Expect-
Rebel Raiders in the house. What's up, Rebel?
With
I'm trying to go
Mendoza?
through some of the chat because I'm behind.
No, go ahead, Jeff.
ahead,
you
Jason.
guys have a nice night, man. You guys have a great show. You and JD, man.
All right, thanks, Arnie. I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Arnie.
All right, bye.
Jason, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, go ahead and run through the chat.
All right. So, Coach says I think Mendoza would want a great O-lineman drafted instead. Probably, yes. Yeah, and they don't make it out of the first round. You're absolutely right. Let's see. Coach, I don't think so because O-line will be fixed free agent. Hopefully that we get it in free agency. Correct. Ardell's in the house. What's up, Ardell?
Ardell, salute,
They're
brother.
depending on Miller and JPJ, they better reassess the O-line problems. Well, again, I'm kind of hoping in free agency we address a lot of all that shit. Hot dog is not a
How about coaching? I think our offensive line got 20 to 30% better just with the coaching.
Oh yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that one either. I told you as soon as they announced him as the hire, I'm like, this is definitely the right move based on his past history and what he's done in the past. I'm all in on that guy, all in on Dennison.
Yeah.
Added the last 25 quarterbacks taken first overall, only 6 have made it to a playoff game. That's not counting the last 2 years. You're right. And that's pretty much what I was just saying. It's like all these great players taking number 1 overall as quarterbacks, and how many of them even done anything? You know, I mean,
Hey, out of
Trevor
all
Lawrence hasn't.
out of all those
Go ahead.
quarterbacks, though, out of all those quarterbacks, what did they do in college?
I don't know.
I mean, Bryce Young didn't Bryce Young won a national championship, right?
Yeah, didn't Trevor Lawrence too?
Trevor Lawrence won a national championship.
What did Kyler Murray do?
Kyler Murray. No, I don't think he did.
Well, let's just go back. Yeah, Cam won.
Tua-
Cam Ward.
Technically, Jalen Hurts won a national championship, even though Tua replaced him.
But he's not even on this list. He's not a number
No,
one
I'm
overall.
just thinking about the ones that won national championships in college. Joe Burrow won a national championship in college.
That I knew. I knew the Burrow one. Bryce Young, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams didn't.
He didn't.
Cam Ward, did he win that one from? Did Miami win it?
Nope.
His year?
No.
Okay. Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield. He was with Oklahoma. Jared Goff was with Cal. Jameson Winston was with Florida State. Andrew Luck was at Stanford. Cam Newton was with Auburn.
Did Cam Newton win a national championship?
I don't remember.
JJ McCarthy won a national championship. He threw
the funny thing is, out of all these quarterbacks, right, that were taken with the number one overall. Now I'm going to include Cam Newton in this. I'll move back to 2011. He is he's only two out of all those quarterbacks that have won the Offensive Rookie of the Year and a Heisman. He's the only quarterback that has won MVP for the season, the NFL MVP. So his accolades are Heisman Trophy winner, Pro Bowler 2011, 13, and 15, Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2011, and NFL MVP in 2015. All right. Kyler Murray, Heisman Trophy winner, Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2019, Pro Bowl in 2020 and 2021. Now, a lot of these guys have Heismans. Joe Burrow has a Heisman, Bryce Young Heisman, Caleb Heisman, Baker Mayfield the Heisman, Jameson Winston the Heisman. So a lot of them have Heismans, but none of them have done much outside of that.
So Jameis Winston's best year in the pros was with Bruce Arians as his coach.
Yeah, in 2015.
Trevor Lawrence last year had his best year in the pros with Liam Cohen. Caleb Williams now has Ben Johnson. What does Kyler Murray have?
Crap.
What does Bryce Young Young now has what's his name? Ben Canales.
Canales, yeah.
Yeah. So he's got good coaching in his back pocket now. Which I thought he was I declared him a bust at the beginning of last year. He totally proved me wrong last year. He played real well.
So Rebel says the last quarterback to win a Heisman in a Super Bowl was Peyton Manning, drafted in '98.
Peyton Manning didn't win the Heisman.
Let's see.
Charles Woodson won that Heisman.
Yeah, you're right. He did. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here. Peyton Manning, number one overall. Listen to his accolades, man. This guy's insane. So Pro Bowl for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 years. Hall of Fame, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That's a successful number one overall draft pick. By far. I mean, you look at the last, even if we go far, even below Jamarcus Russell,
But Peyton
Yeah.
Manning had good coaching with Tony Dungy.
Yep.
And his offensive line was coached by Howard Mudd, who was probably one of the best offensive line coaches in the history of the
And he
NFL.
consistently had great running backs too.
He always had a good running back, and he
always had good tight ends.
Has one Hall of Fame receiver and another, I think, has what's his name got in the Hall of Fame yet? Number 87. The one that kind of took over for Harrison after Harrison retired.
Oh, God damn it. I know
you know what I'm talking about. Number 87. I just see the number 87. So anybody in the chat remembers his name. Sometimes I just see numbers flying across the screen.
Shit.
So Arnie's got a good question of who your top 3 greatest first pick and draft quarterbacks all time. You know, he's got Peyton, Eli, John Elway, Drew, Troy Aikman, Plunkett, Burrows, Bradshaw. You know, be quite honest with you, I don't really where they're picked a lot of times doesn't matter. It's where you are to get that pick. And I think my biggest fear is we run it if we run it the way we've been running it, we're gonna do like we did with Jaden Daniels, screw around, fire the coach halfway through the season, promote AP, who all of a sudden wants to win games to try and prove something, because we were in the running for Jaden Daniels. We might not have got it to the Caleb Williams standard of losing, but we were in the running for Jaden Daniels, and all of a sudden we reeled off five out of 10 games. Screwed us over in that one, huh?
Yeah.
And then they thought,
I mean, if you're asking for
we could just trade up and get him. Yeah, you know, Washington said, we're taking him.
If we're talking straight up top 3, I mean, are we talking statistical? Because there's different levels to this in picking your top 3. Are you talking just general overall? Are you talking just based on stats? Are you talking on Super Bowls? Because I'll tell you right now, if we're talking anything along like successful season year after year after year, I'm taking Bradshaw as one of those 3. He's got 4 Super Bowls inside of 6 years.
Yeah,
you know, it wasn't the greatest statistical, but he always had a knack for pulling games out. And granted, I know a lot of that was their defense too, but he still made plays. He still impacted the game during that era.
So I'm going to use Terry Bradshaw as a perfect example because I'm going to be in the same ballpark as you. Was he a game changer or a game manager?
In his case, at that point, for that state of the game, that was a running team. He was more of a game manager.
Okay.
He was like a Trent Dilfer, Brad Johnson, Joe Flacco. Wasn't thrown for all kinds of yardage and everything and crazy numbers. He did what he needed to do, use the defense to their advantage. Pittsburgh's defense, obviously, during that era, the Steel Curtain was one of the best ever, you know, consistently year in and year out.
Yeah.
There's a name on this list that I would probably put up there too, but he only had 1 Super Bowl run and he lost. I still think Dan Marino is one of the best quarterbacks I've seen play.
Yeah, he suffered a lot with the lack of defense. After the 83, 84,
everything.
Their defenses started to really slide backwards. They still had a killer offense. He's still throwing around. There's, Phillip Rivers is right in there with that as well. A guy that never, Dan Fouts. Dan Fouts made it to the Hall of Fame before Kenny Stabler. And Kenny Stabler had a winning record against Dan Fouts' teams. But he was that Eric Coryell, and he was a kind of a trendsetter with the way the offenses were run back then. Jim Kelly lost 4 Super Bowls. He's in the Hall of Fame, So
I would take Plunkett off this list. Plunkett doesn't belong on this list. I wouldn't put Plunkett in. Oh, that's right. He's talking first, number 1 overall. Bradshaw wasn't a number 1 overall. Or was he?
I think he was.
He was, wasn't he? Marino was too, wasn't he?
No, Marino was taken like number 20. Remember, because they had the.
All right. So you know what? I moved the goalpost myself, so I'm going to put everything back in line here. So top 3 greatest first pick in the NFL draft QBs. So I'm eliminating Plunkett. his body of work is too small. He only had a couple of successful years, really.
Yeah,
And they were with us. He didn't have it with New England, didn't have it with San Fran. Peyton was consistent through his entire career, no matter who he played for, whether it was Indy or Denver. I'm taking Peyton as one of those for sure. I got to go Elway. I'm not putting Eli in that group. So I'm going Peyton, Elway.
Total body of work, I'm going Peyton and Elway.
I might actually go Drew Brees on this to finish it off because Troy Aikman was different. Troy Aikman he could kind of change games, but he was more of a manager. Again, they had an awesome offensive line. You had a hell of a running back. He didn't throw for all kinds of flashy numbers and such. He was another one that he was a horrible fantasy quarterback. Okay. But they had a phenomenal defense throughout that time frame too. A lot of the greatness of the Cowboys came from that one overall trade that they made with the Herschel Walker deal. And it didn't sustain for very long beyond that, to be honest with you. Their reign was short-lived as far as Super Bowl run was. I kind of got to go with Drew because even some of those teams were so shitty, but he was still so competitive. He was a game changer. Drew Brees for sure. So I'm going Peyton, I'm going Elway, and I'm going Drew. Those are my three.
Yeah, I would probably say the same. If you were going to take total overall, the quarterback's not just statistically but performance wise, and how John Elway played on some very mediocre Denver Bronco teams, and still was able. When we talk about it, not one player cannot do it by himself. If there's anybody that ever got close to doing it, it was him. It was him. He did more. I think he did more in the pre Mike Shanahan years than what Mahomes has done, as far as an overall being able to will his team to successful seasons, winning games, being there in the being a factor in the playoffs. More so than anybody else that I've seen.
Hold on a second. Did he amend that? Because that Drew, number one overall, that's not Drew Brees. That's Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, Drew Brees wasn't a number one pick.
No, and that's what I was just double checking. Yep. Drew Bledsoe was the number one overall in '93.
Yep. So check that. There's only two. Yeah. There's only two that I can think of. Maybe Bradshaw because of his success as a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Because let's face it, Bradshaw did what it took as a quarterback to win those games. You know, even though he had the run game, or he had Lynn Swann and John Stallworth, or he had a great defense. Okay, well, he still did his part.
Yeah.
Same with Troy Aikman. Really, in honesty, Troy Aikman was a great field general.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was more of a manager, really.
Well, are we saying that's a bad thing?
No. But I'm basing it on all the other aspects of that team, you know, and it kind of covers the same thing with Terry Bradshaw too. Bradshaw was more of a manager of that team. You know, their defense was a huge part of that. Their run game was phenomenal. You know, their receivers didn't put up ridiculous stats.
No, they didn't.
So if I'm looking at the other ones on that list, I'm definitely not going with Drew Bledsoe then.
Nah, no, Drew
I
Bledsoe.
mean, he did take them to a Super Bowl.
He had a
against
good
the
career.
Packers.
Had a good career. He had a good career.
He did. He definitely did.
He did, but he wasn't that upper echelon. He's not even.
No.
I don't even think he's Hall of Fame worthy.
Yeah, his stats might be close, but I mean, he's got 4 Pro Bowls. He does have a Super Bowl win, but he was the backup to Brady. He did take the team to a Super Bowl against Green Bay, but lost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a good
debate. Out of all those, my stance on the debate, the only person on that list that had success and it was that the whole team revolved around him was John Elway.
Yeah.
And we were that. I mean, I saw it. Did you? I mean, we saw it all the time. It's like other.
And he got even better once Terrell Davis got there.
Well, once he got
Mike
Shanahan, and then they found Terrell Davis.
Yep, in the 6th round.
Yeah, and they found Terrell Davis, and they were able to implement Terrell Davis and be. That's when that team went to another level, because the last Super Bowl they won, John Elway didn't do much. Same with when Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, excuse me, with the Broncos. Yeah. It was all even he'll tell you, I didn't win that Super Bowl, even though they say quote unquote Super Bowl winning quarterback, and that's where they keep that graded stat is on the starting quarterback. But really, in all honesty, the defense is in it themselves. And you go back to our great teams in Super Bowl 15, Super Bowl 18. The Super Bowl 18, that was, other than Marcus Allen and that defense, I don't think Jim Plunkett didn't have to do much. His number one target was Todd Christensen.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, it was an effective passing game, but it was more of a dangerous run game with an outstanding defense. That defense does not get the credit that it deserves.
Let me see here. Somebody said he wasn't the rookie of the year that year.
In 71?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I wasn't born yet. I'm gonna rely on.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he wasn't the rookie of the year that year. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. Definitely.
The other wide receiver that coupled with Peyton Manning to extend his success, you had Marvin Harrison was predominantly it, but Reggie Wayne also was the other one that helped Peyton Manning with some of his statistical achievements.
Question: other than Purdy, Hurts, who was the best starting QB not drafted in the 1st round? Tom Brady.
Other than Purdy, Hurts, who is the best? I would say Dak Prescott.
You didn't leave him out, so I got to put him in there.
I'd say Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I could go with that one. Maybe.
I mean, from a statistical standpoint, ain't nobody been better than him the last 3-4 years.
Yeah. We're at 3 hours. I knew Rebel was going to say O'Connell. Yeah, I'm ready to call it for the night. We're at 3 hours.
You're done. Your nap was longer than what our show was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Closing the phone line. If anybody still wants to call and leave a voicemail, the voicemail is always available. So 401-830-9189. Anybody that wants to call at any point from here until next weekend, call and leave a voicemail. We'll play it at the beginning of the show next week, just like we did tonight. Thank everybody for being in here tonight. Jason, what do you got going on coming up? Anything?
I think we're going to pull off a Show Me the Shield show on Tuesday. I got to get with my partner on that. I don't know. We might move it to Saturdays. I know it kind of adds a little too much. It adds I mean, I'll be doing 5-6 hours of podcasting, and I'm gonna have to talk to the wife about this and see. I still have my Pride and Poise. I've only unlocked 2 shows on that. I'd like to get that up and running, but at the same time, sometimes doing too much sometimes less is more than more is less, so to speak. But I will be with you until you tell me to go home or
go home.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I like doing this with you. This is our first joint venture. This is our second night doing it. So,
well,
once I troubleshoot the phone callers being able to hear you, it'll be so much smoother.
But you know what? And the chat might be able to agree too. Sometimes it's better I just keep my mouth shut, let you guys talk, and then I could just interject later on. Right? I mean, even Bueno's like, "Hey, JD, you need to shut up, bro. You like talk too much."
Yeah. Are you done now? Can I talk? So I will be back on Tuesday night with the Most Notorious podcast, along with Will and Cheeto. And then Wednesday, Raider Connection. Thursday, Nate and I. Friday, No Huddle. Saturday night again with Jason and myself. I'm going to have to look at the schedule for the Combine next weekend, what skill sets are going to be each day, because I do plan on going live during some of those, especially the QBs, wide receivers, and running backs. And the offensive linemen too, and actually the defensive line and ends too. So actually going to be on for most of it.
Let's do this, Jeff. Let's plan on doing a big boy show, Raider Nation Voices, Voices during the big boy part of the Combine.
So when you're talking about big boy, what positions are you looking?
Linemen.
Okay. All right.
That's our forte, man.
Yeah, we can live with that. I can do that. Just like last year. I mean, that was the one I wanted to see the most based on where we were drafting. But we went and pulled the move and took a running back. But whatever. Can't cry over spilt milk.
Oh, have you practiced your hat toss yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
That's why you might see me during the. Well, yeah, I won't be home during the draft.
Hopefully you're up. Hopefully you're right in front of the stage when the camera pans to you and you go.
Yeah, I'll throw it on stage by accident. I'm like, shit, I'm never getting that back now.
No. Then I'm gonna arrange to have an autographed Mendoza jersey for you at the draft. Yeah.
Burn.
That's sacrilegious, man.
That's not the flag. I'm not burning the flag.
No, you don't burn a Raider jersey unless it's deserved. Antonio Brown jerseys were justified in burning.
Why would anybody even buy an Antonio Brown jersey is beyond me.
I want to know who got one. I don't even think he was here long enough for them to make them.
All right, everybody. Again, thank you to our moderators for keeping the channel and the chat clean. Appreciate you guys and posting links when needed. Moderators never get enough love. So shout out to the moderators on both channels. We appreciate you guys.
Yep. Raider P, Brother Yaya, I'm not bueno. Raiders Unleashed. Thank you guys.
Shout out to all the super chats, everybody that donates. We appreciate that. That helps keep this show going. Every little bit helps. Helps me do other things to enhance the show. Allows me to be able to go on the, do stuff when I'm out and about too. So I appreciate all those super chats, man. They add up. So until next time, everybody, stay safe.
Next
and go
Saturday.
Raiders.
401. 401. Silver and black, yeah, we never fold. New winning roots
with a Raider soul. East Coast grind, West Coast pride, Raider Nation, worldwide.